Hello everyone, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah!
Hey guys, it's Thunder Rosa and welcome to True Heel Heat.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
Welcome to True Heel Heat, the place where we use insider terms because we think we know what the fuck we're talking about, even though we don't. My name's Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you, and you know it.
They go on Twitter. I don't see how this is going to work. This is absolutely ridiculous, Sid.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for AEWramble episode 153. Restore the Healing. Reviewing the July 3rd, 2024 edition of AEW Dynamite Beach Break from Chicago, Illinois, as only we can. And to do that, I am joined by my esteemed colleague, the man of nearly 55,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews, as well as your honest criticisms of Tony Khan, AEW, and his great, awesome Yankee fitteds. The one, the only, Jimmy Macram.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Independence Day to all the white people and Swerve, I suppose. Enjoy.
Off to a smashing start.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I'm here to help.
The man wasn't even on the show. We're taking shots at him. He wasn't even on the show this week. But yes, it is happy Independence Day. Happy July 4th to everyone watching, joining us live. We appreciate y'all if you're joining us live. We appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. Help the YouTube algorithms by dropping the thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. If you're watching us on Facebook, you could drop a like, a heart, an angry emoji, a laughing emoji, however last night's AEW Dynamite Beach Break made you feel. You can let us know with those emotes. Watching us on Twitter, drop the heart, retweet the video to help other wrestling fans like yourself to watch the best AEW Dynamite review in the land. And of course, if you're watching on any of those platforms, you can sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you, hear your hot takes, your opinions on last night's show. And of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, the best way to have your comment highlighted on screen and to show your support to what we do here is with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate that love. We got in the chat already one of our good brothers, G. Loke, saying happy 4th to all the true heel loyals. So much to talk about. Smash up the like. We also got Eric Isaac, who wishes us a happy Independence Day. Welcome back, Hangman and evil ass MJF. Can't wait for DMD versus CEO at All In. Chuck Berry's in the chat. Thank you for joining us today, Chuck Berry's. He says MJF as a heel goes together like ketchup and on a hot dog. On that note, what's good, THH fam? And I said it to Jimmy. I will say it to all of y'all. We're very good at what we do here. Because we tried to tell y'all what was coming. We saw all the signs last week, and we seen it coming. We were very hopeful that they would follow up with it, but I don't even think we expected them to follow up the very next week with this. I thought they would try to draw it out. Maybe I'm used to like slow burns with AEW and WWE nowadays, but I appreciate them following up on it immediately. What about you, Jimmy?
Yes, please. Listen, I don't mind waiting for something if the wait helps. If the wait doesn't help, give it to me right now. There's no need for it. I'm not mad at it. I'm just slow build with Daniel Garcia. No, just give me the fucking turn now. Thank you.
Appreciate you. We got Annika who says, what up, homies? Summer wrestling is officially here. Everybody going crazy. Definitely the top 2 promotions putting out some good stuff over the last week. We got Ace who says, what's up, everyone? Happy 4th of July. AEW Dynamite was good. We also got Louis who says, might have been the first 10 out of 10 here. Jericho on commentary was the only down, and the post-match shenanigans helped fix that. I mean, we literally were saying this before we went live. It was like the Jericho on this show just did not fit with everything else on this show.
So weird. Such an odd choice.
We love Jericho here.
Yeah, so I'm not off the bandwagon just yet, but I'm a little concerned. I don't know.
Hey,
a little long on this hook thing now at this point. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it kind of could have been over after he uses your move to beat you. Like, could have just moved on, you know?
Please.
Derek Edmond saying that's the best Dynamite all year. Oh, I'm glad we got the old MJF to get us tuned in for next week. I still prefer MJF face Will Ospreay over Garcia, though. I'm hopeful that we don't see a return of Garcia until probably All In to set up like do that.
Oh, look at you! I keep forgetting this dumbass system with the pay-per-views are fucking 12 seconds apart. That works. I'm here for it.
You know,
that works.
Give me that. He's got Daddy Magic to spend some time with. Who is Daddy Magic? I don't always find the use of him, but I do find the use of Daddy Magic being bleeding and being angry, cutting promos. Because that one they put on social media of him all angry, saying, "Call his mother, call my wife."
That's so weird.
He's
sorry,
so
yeah, I don't give a fuck with Daddy Magic. Beginning of the show, it's like I used to think you were this, but you know what? I got a lot of respect for you. I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm sure MJF fucking appreciates that from Daddy fucking Magic. Absolutely. What would he do without Daddy Magic's respect? Oh my God.
You earned my respect. You earned my respect. With his Canadian Italian accent. We got Annika who's like, 1, you should have dropped the beat when Jimmy started with happy.
Jesus. All right. Love you too.
We all got love here. And we got our first super chat donation from the good brother Vala B. Thank you so much, Vala B, for showing us some love on the holiday here. He says, Hangman telling Matt to shut the fuck up was an MVP moment. I will tell you, I've been telling y'all over the last couple of weeks, me and Jimmy been chatting live during Dynamite. He was that was the first time Hangman popped him since he came back when they did that backstage segment.
Holy shit. Then the shove on Nick. Anytime shoves in wrestling make everything feel more real. I'm not sure why. It just works. That was great.
I loved it. We also got another super chat donation from Glassdoor Gamer. Thank you, good sir. Haven't seen you in a while. But he says Ospreay MJF equals Batman Joker for the dub. Last night was a great show. It feels like the dark clouds are searing from AEW.
That's your question. What's the pay-per-view before Revolution?
Clearing. Huh? What's the pay-per-view before Revolution? World's End.
You niggas say that. You said that World's End. You said that at Revolution. It's been a while
No,
since
World's End. World's End was objectively one of the worst AEW pay-per-views.
Well, then the day after fucking World's End. And now you're saying it today. Should you just stop? This is what I'm saying. Just enjoy. Don't set yourself up for disappointment. Just let it go.
Just stay in the moment, guys. Stay in the moment. It was a good
show. Good show. Great show, even. Just let that be it.
We got G Locus says Monet sucks on the low, but I love how she did BMD.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I know you love that one. We got Jason says, Jimmy, glad you find your way out of the vortex. Hey, no, we're still in the Jericho vortex, but we are objective, unbiased individuals here. So we belong to the vortex. We can admit when it's out of place on the show.
Indeed.
And last night it was. We also got in the chat Annika, who says, y'all really thought the feud ends with only 2 matches in the vortex? Come on.
Rookie mistake. Fair enough. You're right.
Fair. That was fair. Alexander Fitzgerald saying, can we talk about that fan in the front row with the big black jacked shirt?
Why?
White man
Why?
with the big black jacked shirt.
Why? You put the t-shirt out. Can only black people buy this fucking t-shirt? Should you not think about the store when you fucking put a big black and jack t-shirt out? All right, well, then I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, it's very ironic. I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
We got Bala B, who says it wasn't just a shove, it was a die line. You're too close to me, shove.
It was and what the fuck are you gonna do, shove? Because he snaps someone like he's gonna stick up a mat. If you get the fuck away from me, fuck you too.
Because Nick has been being the more hot-headed, angry of the two, so he thought he was going to step up. And Hangman was like, no, I am not your little brother. I'm not your young boy anymore. Fuck out of here.
That shit was great. It was fantastic.
But yes, we got, I wanted to ask before we get into last night's show, did you watch anything from Forbidden Door? Not even the main event that you said you were going to watch.
When you told me to watch it, I never responded. I didn't plan on it. It's like, you get the time, watch 5 of these fucking matches. First of all, that's never happening. Secondly,
I said no. I said definitely. I was like, watch Swerve Ospreay, and then I said, if you have time, then you can watch the other ones. But definitely Swerve Ospreay.
Yeah, when I get the time. Well, it's not been the case.
My nigga, you stay up till like 5 a.m. Like I wake up here in the UK at 10 a.m., which is 5 a.m. your time, and you're still active. And I know you didn't go to sleep and wake up at 5 a.m.
I was working.
You got time.
I was working today. Today, yeah, up till like 6 in the morning. Then what happened? I couldn't sleep because I ran out of my sleeping pills. So I was up till like 8 in the morning. And now I'm here doing this.
Hey, folks, this is a public service announcement. Smoke weed. It helps with sleeping. But It does, man. It helps with ride sleeping. We got Big Man Dogs. He says, Hangman does not want to be in the Young Bucks vortex.
Learned his lesson, huh? Fair enough. Good job, sir.
We also got Power Driver Finisher. He says, why the fuck haven't you watched the Jericho match?
I apologize. I'm gonna get it together. I apologize.
Gotta get it together, man. You're not being a loyal branch, sir. But last night's AEW Dynamite Beach Break was from Chicago, Illinois, the Wintrust Arena. Very good crowd that AEW turned out for the show. What did you think about the crowd last night in Chi-Town?
Fucking fantastic. Except for one guy who tried to chant what after a stroke. But sure.
And I felt like people just looked at. You could tell like he said it, and then he had mad people looking at him like,
"Nigga, for real?"
But the show started off with a cold open. Backstage, Renee Paquette interviews Daniel Garcia, who is in tonight's main event, challenging for the AEW International Championship. Garcia described himself as someone becoming the backbone of AEW, and he is ready for the biggest match of his life. And he says that he is guaranteeing on his mother's life that he wins the championship tonight. In walked in his now good friend, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF, who comes in to praise him. And he says that, don't worry about, the challenge last week for All In. He says tonight he is offering to be in Garcia's corner in his matchup against Ospreay. And that works for Garcia. It also works for Daddy Magic, who says that he thought a certain way about MJF, but he's done a lot for Danny over the last couple of weeks. So he has earned his respect. What did you think about this opening promo here, which foreshadowed what would happen in the main event?
Well, it's very important to the legacy of MJF. There's Cody Rhodes, and then there's like Chris Jericho, and CM Punk, and then Daddy Magic. Right after that, of importance of people he needed to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, it makes me sick. I cannot stand Daddy Magic. Why has he not been cut yet? This is insanity.
Well, come on. We're not doing this. This is 4th of July.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
He can keep getting paid. Just the fuck away from here. I'm sorry. You are a bastion of fucking the old AEW. We need to keep clearing out the deadwood. Sorry, you're up. This was fine. That's all. Everything Garcia says is ridiculous at this point. But I'm now going to say this was just a rushed way to make me give a fuck about what happens later. So I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'll take it.
Yeah, I have come down from my rant at the beginning of last week's show about last week's opening segment because it did set the stage for what would happen at the end of this show. So there was a payoff for it. It's kind of like how my initial reaction to the Punk Drew stuff at Clash at the Castle. The stuff that happened on SmackDown later in the week made me feel better and not as upset about what happened on that Saturday. And this is the same thing with last week's show with that opening segment with what happened on this show.
Still so very confused by that reaction. So very confused. So lost. Made the fans very sad. Aww.
No, I'm not. That was not what I said. I said
what'd you say?
This is what we all predicted a month ago, and we came up with better options in the month since then.
No,
and they still
what are better options? You guys did not have better options. You did not.
Yes, we did. Yes,
no
we
disrespect.
did. Options where Damian Priest is not trying to be made by the World Heavyweight Championship, and you could put the World Heavyweight Championship in the main feud.
By having Drew win?
Yes.
No! I don't hate that idea. Actually, I don't hate that idea.
Exactly. You didn't hate the idea. You literally were down with the idea.
Yes, that doesn't make this one bad.
No, I didn't say it was bad. I just said it was predictable.
You didn't say it was bad? You lost your fucking mind on Twitter. I watched. I saw it. What are you talking about?
I didn't lose my mind.
Oh, here we go. And now
one post. One post. It wasn't like I was arguing with 50 million people. That's losing your mind.
And predictable doesn't mean bad either. I assume we all assume Gunther's gonna beat fucking World Fuck Champ at SummerSlam, don't we? Will that be bad? Fucks no, because everybody wants.
Not all predictable is bad predictable. Some is.
So predictable is not bad. What else you got?
No, not all predictable is bad. Some is, but not all.
No, no. Predictable is not bad. You can't say some predictable is bad and some predictable is not bad. Is it all bad or it's not bad?
It's like professional wrestling. It's subjective.
No, nigga.
Yes.
I refuse to let motherfuckers slide on non-wrestling things. And this is a non-wrestling thing. Predictability is either bad or it's not bad. That's it. And if it's bad, then there's a reason in conjunction with the predictability which makes it bad. And I'm asking what that reason is.
Nah, not all predictability is bad. That's my opinion. You can have your
Derek
Edmonds. Derek Edmonds says Chicago always get great shows.
No.
We got Alexander Fitzgerald.
You say some slick shit and you try to move on.
MJF.
We're not doing that. No. Fucking no.
We got AC says
That's
the
a fucking
Chicago
movie
crowd
night.
were great last night.
No.
We got Derek Edmonds. Who
No, nigga.
No. MJF is trying to create a new star for AEW.
Let's see who keep us up the longest. I guarantee you I fucking win. I'll fucking leave before I fucking quit. That shit's not fucking happening. Absolutely not. No.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
You can continue.
Thank you. We also got in the chat. Right, we got Big Man Dogs who says that Garcia is the tailbone, not the backbone of AEW, which damn, y'all wow. We also got people who just laughing at your display of no.
Yes, sir. I do what I can, Chase. It's a very simple concept. I don't listen. Things no. That's not how that works. That's what I was just saying. That's not how that works. Things are bad or not bad. Like taking a shit on the floor is bad or it's not bad. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. You can think something sucks and it's predictable, or you can think something.
That's like an outrageous comparison.
You can think something sucks.
You know, I can tell by your
can
face
think
that you
something.
That's an outrageous comparison.
You can think something sucks and it's predictable, or you can think something is good and it's predictable. But the predictability is not what's causing the shift. Is my fucking point. That's all. That's a fucking point.
Moving on to the we got an invasion. Hello.
I ate my Happy Meal.
Let's see if you can calm Jimmy down. Say hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy. I'm eating
Hello.
my Happy Meal.
You're speaking full
You
sentence.
eating your Happy Meal?
Yeah.
See, you're laughing at him too. You thought he was funny. You're one of her favorites, she says.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, because when I do recordings by myself, she says, "Where's Jimmy?"
Oh.
So, you, Romeo. Those are her two favorites that I do shows with. But let's go to the opening contest on this show, which was the men's Owen Hart tournament semifinals of Bryan Danielson going one-on-one with Pac. Bryan Danielson moving on after Forbidden Door in a great matchup against Shingo Takagi, while Pac defeated Claudio in it almost as equally as good as that matchup in the quarterfinals. We had a nice little feeling out process between the two men, exchange of arm drags. I love Pac doing a backflip out of the leg sweep by Dragon, which was a great move. We get back up, and Pac chops away in the corner on Danielson. He does a moonsault over him on the floor. Running clothesline misses, though, and they trade crossbodies for a double knockdown, which really got this Chicago crowd into things. Back up, Pac kicks him to the floor for one hell of a acai moonsault to the floor. He gets back in and he goes for the brutalizer before Dragon's able to get to the ropes. Back from commercial break, Dragon is being kicked away against the ropes, hitting the running knee off the apron on Pac. A super kick cuts Bryan off and then a springboard elbow drop. Yo, these elbow drops by Pac are looking better and better every week. I don't think I've ever seen him do like these springboard elbow drops, but they look really good. Pac hits a tombstone on the injured neck of Bryan, which really was like, once again, the story here, similar to his matchup with Shingo Takagi, and just how Pac was just going in on his neck with avalanche brainbuster at one point that looked vicious. Danielson is able to reverse after a 2 count on the tombstone, though, and he goes for the label lock, sending Pac over to the ropes. Back up, Danielson hits the running dropkick in the corner, but Pac crotches him on the top rope. That's when he hits the avalanche brainbuster for a 2 count. He goes for the black arrow, but Dragon is able to move out the way. Danielson is back in. He gets he goes for the running knee, but he's not able to get the quick cover, so he gets a 2 count instead. Pac quickly transitions that into a brutalizer. We get the brutalizer into the lapel lock, into another brutalizer, into Dragon, reversing that into a crucifix pin for the 1-2-3 to advance in the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament. And now Bryan Danielson moves on to next week, where he will be in the tournament finals against whoever wins between the wild card and Jeff Jarrett later in the night. They will move on to face Jay White on Collision, and then the winner of that will face Bryan Danielson in the finals to determine who will get the shot at the AEW World Title at AEW All in London in August. Great matchup here. It's no surprise to any of us. Bryan Danielson and Pac are great professional wrestlers. The Chicago crowd was hot to start off the show, and they gave us an excellent opener here. What did you think?
Great match. Dragon's one of the best ever. Pac was fantastic. I'm about sick of fucking roll-ups. I'm sorry. I think it might be over them in general. I know it's weird to fucking extend it to a staple of professional wrestling, but I think I'm kind of just over it. You know what? I wouldn't have said that before the show, especially before these 2 matches. You know what? I want to say I like the roll-up here, and we should probably not do one in the very next match.
I agree with you. I was like, if I had to choose which one of these needed the roll up, it would be this one, not the next one. But I understood why the next one had a roll up. I did understand it, but you can't do them back to back, and in the same tournament, pretty much, just men's and women's.
Should have done, yeah.
But we got a couple of comments here. We got a super chat donation from Chuck Berry. So we got to play 3 drops because I forgot the drops for the first 2. So here's the first one.
You don't know shit.
Here's our second one.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
And here is our third one for Chuck Berry.
Listen up, you prick.
Chuck Berry says, never saw Danielson and Pac face off in WWE, so this match was great to see. Yeah, it was their first matchup in 15 years. Ring of Honor back in 2009. And me and Jimmy were still going to Ring of Honor. Yeah, I thought they had great.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. I don't know how my brain works. I always look to argue with somebody. Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, at least you acknowledge how your brain works. Chase says, great opener. Danielson did a wonderful job making me think Pac had a chance to win this matchup. Yeah, on the brutalizers and the fact that his neck is all beaten up, I will say it was a little bit that I thought, oh, maybe Pac could win this. But in the end, I got what I expected. We also got Annika, who says, hey, Jimmy. Hey, Harlem. Yeah, don't fight it, Jimmy. Yes. Jimmy's always nice when her butter appears.
Yes. Not her fault. She's not putting these bad takes to his fucking head.
This guy. Whereas some weeks I have, he's non-biased and he has good taste.
He's not. I didn't say biased. Okay. I didn't say anything about being biased.
Okay. Fair.
We're not talking about the WrestleMania doc yet.
What, you want to talk about the WrestleMania doc?
Not particularly. I just end up yelling, and I don't want my blood pressure to get high.
Why are you gonna yell? You got what you wanted.
The doc. I love the doc. I fucking hate this motherfucker's guts. I can't believe how much I dislike The Rock. It's shocking.
Hey, I'm so happy that they told the story of how The Rock made us all our dreams come true.
Oh my fucking God. Why are we doing this? This is bait. I'm not gonna fall for it. See, Drake, this is how you be mature. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't care about the concert. Don't care about the music video. Do not respond, you goofy ass nigga. Do not respond. That nigga's setting you up for another loss. Do not go out there and respond. Oh my God. Oh, he knows he's gonna respond. You fucking idiot.
He's gonna respond. You know it. He's coming out with an album. He's gonna respond. Fuck it. And now I think Eminem is trying to put out bait for Jay-Z. Look at this shit. This shit is crazy.
I saw that. What the fuck? I was so disgusted. I was like, nigga, really? Who the fuck is this? You fucking serious? You didn't take shots for 25 years. Now you're gonna come out the fucking bag? Come on, man. Well, he never
It was that goofy ass Forbes list.
Where he's what? Ho's one, as he could arguably be. Where was Eminem ranked? Third? Oh.
Fifth.
So Hov, Big, Pac, who else?
No, Big wasn't in the top 5.
Oh my God. What?
Tupac and Drake and Nas were above Eminem.
Drake?
No, not Drake. I said it was the 4 above him were Jay. Jay was number 1. Kendrick was number 2. 3 was Nas, and 4 was Pac.
Kendrick's too high. I love Kendrick. It's too high.
Agreed.
Yeah, but that's about where I have him. I have him at 4. No, I'm at 3 rather.
Yeah.
You arrest somebody on a verse and I was saying you're better than this nigga's whole life? How'd that work? What did he do that at?
I agree.
Matter of fact, after the Drake feud, I ain't gonna lie to you. I went back to the Marshall Mathers LP to see if I could find an excuse to put Kendrick ahead of Eminem. Yeah, I could not.
That is what I also literally listened to that album recently and I was like, oh my God, this shit is like no skips. It's no skips. No skips. It's so great. It tells a great story. I even fucked with Eminem Show. Eminem Show is another great album. Like his first 3 albums is up there. It's him and Kanye for me as the greatest first 3 albums of a career.
For future reference, kids, this is more of The Rock's propaganda. This is not his first 3 albums. Niggas want to pretend like Infinite doesn't exist. It absolutely
doesn't exist.
Fucking
It does not exist.
Him doing his best Nas impression. I'm sorry, that shit stinks.
I never went back. I listened to it once when I was like 13, and I've never listened to it again. It does not exist to me. We got Power Driver Finisher. He says it appears that Kinesio Tape is the great storyteller as of late. I mean, he's getting Bryan is doing a lot of heavy, especially the suction cups too. It's like when Kenny first came back and he had all the suction cups on his injuries, and that's how it really sold him. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting for Bryan, but I love it. He's doing a great job of selling this neck injury, which is going to set up nicely for what I think is going to be the final.
Ooh, yeah, I agree.
We also got here in the chat, Big Man Dog says, "Thank you, Rocky, for making my dream."
Oh,
Big Hero Chris saying the final boss saved wrestling. See, we're all in agreement. Except for Jimmy. These guys
are some fucking consumer ass niggas who sit there and nod your fucking head when they tell you shit. And then America saved the day. You still nod. Yeah, America did save the fucking day. Oh, fucking get the fuck out of here. This fucking empty suit. He makes me sick. This fucking walking billboard. This fucking walking capitalist propaganda ass. I hate. Oh my fucking God. Tried this 3 fucking times. And those goofy ass executives bought it 3 fucking times. And the people had to fucking say no 3 fucking times. I hate this motherfucker. Oh, all right, I'm stopping.
I will say, Big Power Driver Finisher might be on some says mostly he's like, it's M is good, but he's not the best. Like, can you just give the white boy credit for being good? I know a lot of like it's always barbershop talk when I used to go to like barbershops in Harlem and the Bronx, and it was all the black barbers who would always argue against Eminem being great or being in the top 5 because they don't want to give credit to the white boy. It's like reverse. It's reverse racism, but it's just racism.
Yeah, I mean, you hear all the arguments. Nobody fucking plays Eminem in the car or in the club. Or how's that? Come on, man. I would say you guys got to listen to bars, but I know you all don't. I know you all fucking don't. Didn't give a fuck about Kendrick until yesterday. Motherfucker's been the best rapper in the world for 10 years now. You didn't give a fuck about until yesterday.
It's true. He's been in that conversation for me since Control. I like Big Sean back in 2014. Then I heard Control and I was like, yeah, this guy's better.
This guy? Oh my God, it's insanity. All right.
Hey, I'm talking about 2014. He was good. I
love. He had a classic album already by 2014.
I know. He was
Big
good,
Sean?
I preferred Big Sean because of the hits.
Sean?
Because of the hits.
Oh my. See, yeah. This motherfucker been doing quadruple entendres, internal rhyme schemes, all types of shit. All he didn't know, all he had to do was go, hey Drake, and then the world would love him.
I heard you like him young.
Oh, brilliant, sir.
Nice analogy here. Alexander Fitzgerald saying Kendrick Lamar is the Bryan Danielson of rap. Look how we put that all together. We put that all together there. Look at that. Next up, we got, and I think, you know, we have been on this bandwagon of she is great and rising up our list of the best promos in the game, but this may be her best work. Willow Nightingale talking about her matchup against Kris Statlander in the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament. And she says she's sick of being mocked by Kris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway because they don't understand what Smile Anyway is all about. Smile Anyway is about her friend who is dealing with a lot and sick right now, but he has to smile anyway. It's all about being ready for the fight and to become the first ever two-time Women's Owen Hart Cup champion. And she's going to do it, and she's going to smile anyway. Like, this put over her catchphrase. This gave her like a babyface mission statement all at the same time. She is now, in my opinion, because Eddie Kingston is currently out of action, the best active babyface promo in the game right now. Willow Nightingale has improved leaps and bounds to me, and I thought this was one of her best promos. What did you think?
First of all, I had to watch it twice. Opposite, it's distracted the first time. Good Lord. Wait, what the fuck are we talking about? Oh, right, promos. She's fucking fantastic. I didn't know this existed until a couple months ago, and it turns out she's just that good. That every time, no misses. You spent all this. I told you, this is told most of you. This is like when they signed Matt Flynn to the Seattle Seahawks, that ridiculous ass contract, paid him all this fucking money to be their fucking quarterback, and he already had Russell Wilson on the roster. Didn't even know it. That's Mercedes and Willow. You're fucking welcome. You already had your big star right here. I love that.
You just said you just had to spend big money on someone else to realize you had a star right here.
Let's see, Miz, Logan Paul, the friend, Big Man Dogs X, who's the Drake of wrestling. I see Logan Paul, Miz, Triple H, somebody else, R-Truth. The answer is right in front of your fucking face. Who's held up by his star power? Who's held up by just saying some cool shit and then bouncing? Crack. It's The Rock, and it's not close. It's The Rock, and it's not that close.
That's outrageous.
It's pure fucking propaganda. All of it.
That's outrageous.
Because you liked him a lot a long time ago. So you give him credit for the shit he does now.
He was great. He was great this year. The final boss. Greatest.
Philly Madison's great too. So what? That don't mean you're not Drake. You still Drake. I'm sorry. And okay, how many fucking Codys you kill? That don't bother me. Okay, how many ASAP Rockies you murder? By the way, he murders ASAP Rocky on the track. I love you, Rocky.
He does.
Rocky.
He does.
He bodies Ross too. You all can get it, except Kendrick. That little shit don't work over here. Hey, no disrespect. That's what it is.
So Cody is Kendrick?
Cody's not Kendrick. Stop it. Triple H is Kendrick.
Oh no! Get out of here.
Triple H is Kendrick. That's right. He came in here. Drake came in here with that. Drake came in here with that weak shit. And what happened? Yeah, you found out who he was up against. A tactician, a strategist, good buddy. Oh, I gotta watch the documentary again. You know, we were unsure about what was gonna happen. You were sure about what the fuck was gonna happen. Knock it off. You and Cody both knew what the fuck time it was. Go ahead. Y'all knew what time it was. Stupid. and Dummy fell for it. You empty suit. And I'll come in, and then I'll be the guy. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I mean, you all love The Rock. Fuck The Rock.
This guy's outrageous. This guy's outrageous.
Fuck The
Thank
Rock.
you,
I'm
chat, for
sorry.
none of y'all agreeing with him.
That's not true. That's not true. Don't lie. Don't lie to the people. Apologize, Fincher, right there. I see you, brother.
There you go. But he also calls Cody Pop. So I don't know if you should take his opinion seriously. We got
what it means by that first.
we got next up. Speaking of good babyface promos, we had Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Champion. He says that he isn't scared of anything, and he was so close to being TNT Champion, but Jack Perry must have had an extra bowl of Lucky Charms because he took the TNT title at Forbidden Door and he had a horseshoe up his ass. But he said that was last week. This isn't this week. And this week it's Shark Week. And when I think of sharks, I think of blood. And when I think of blood, I think of blood and guts. So he said that he is on Team AEW in Blood and Guts against the Elite. This brings out the TNT champion, Jack Perry, who jumps Briscoe from behind, hitting him with the TNT championship. Out comes Kyle O'Reilly, who comes in and jumps at and fights off Jack Perry, helping out his friend Mark Briscoe, only for the AEW Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada, who comes in, hits the Rainmaker on Kyle. This cues up the Young Bucks, who come out. They give the EVP trigger to Mark Briscoe, and we see finally for the first time all the current members of the Elite holding championship gold as Jack Perry, the new TNT champion, Okada Continental champion, and the Young Bucks AEW World Tag Team champions, only for the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, who came down to make the save and run off the Elite, with Okada making me laugh, of course, by just acting like he's a DJ again for the Acclaimed. Now, the bad part of this, if Team AEW is Mark Briscoe and the Acclaimed as 3 of the 5 members, dear Lord, what are we doing? Like, are we trying to make this the most mid-card? And I love Mark Briscoe. I think Mark Briscoe could be a good member if he has other main eventers around him. It makes sense to put someone who is bloodthirsty and twisted and sick like Mark Briscoe in this type of matchup, and he's going to have big spots, and he's going to bleed a whole bunch. So he's great in this matchup. But when you have the Acclaim already looking like they're going to have a position in this matchup, we're really lowering the bar for Blood and Guts. But Jimmy, what did you think of Mark Briscoe as a member of Team AEW?
Mark Briscoe, great promo. Not exactly the greatest member of Blood and Guts, but it's about where this feud is these days. Sorry. It's Swerve and a bunch of mid-carders. I don't really know what to tell you. I'm not mad at it. I told you all the Acclaimed would be in it. I told you all that. You all wanted to fight it because you hate the Acclaimed. I don't know what you want. Oh, Kyle? Oh, that could be funny. I didn't consider that. Kyle O'Reilly. Like the actual Acclaimed, Mark Briscoe, Kyle, and Swerve. What a dream team. Absolutely. Awesome. You know what? Sold. Oh, not even Swerve. Fucking Orange Cassidy. Sold. Let's do that. Let's do that instead.
Jesus,
I'm just Swerve again. But, yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
What are we doing? MCAT saying OC, Briscoe, Darby, Moxley, and Swerve versus Elite and Hangman.
Yeah, keep fighting, sir. I'm sure the Acclaim won't be in it at all. Right. Come on, man. That's an easy layup. Knock it off. Knock it off.
We got Killer with Chase that says the Acclaim need to be abstained from the Blood and Guts because if they're in it, I could give 2 fucks.
Well,
I could give 1 fuck if they're in it.
Cough up those fucks, motherfucker, because it's over. It's over. It's done. Is it possible we need to learn a lesson from Vince McMahon, or take a lesson rather from Vince McMahon, and not do Hell in a Cell every year just because? Just because? There's no need for Blood and Guts. You did it already. You did that goofy ass Anakin match. This is just
you should at least spread it out. Like, I know they want to pop a rating, but does it need to be in July? I don't know. Could have been the week after All Out. Why not?
Jesus, that's fucks everything back to back.
Tate says, as long as there no daddy ass. I guess that's a win.
I don't know what the hate is about. I want to give Tony Khan some credit for the way he's been booking Brock Lesnar. Had him beat up Jay White for 15 minutes. Then you had him the Bucks and Okada run away from Brock. That's how you would book Brock Lesnar if you had him, would you not? I don't understand the beef. That's the proper way to book Brock Lesnar. I'll tell you.
We got Frantic World who says, what about Mark Briscoe, the Acclaimed, Darby, and Swerve? I still feel like Darby's going to find a way to get in here, even though he's probably like at 75% now.
Just let him rock. Leave that man alone. Don't answer his phone calls. Let that nigga sleep for a little while. This is ridiculous. Sorry.
I'm not too sure if this Blood and Guts gets a ratings bump if the Acclaim and Daddy Ass are on Team AEW.
I'm gonna say there's enough AEW fans that don't currently watch that it still bumps the rating. I can't believe that all 800, 680. I can't imagine all 120,000 are just completely done with AEW altogether. You got to say, oh, this looks interesting. I'll check this out. I might turn it off halfway through. At least go check it out.
See, Power Driver Finisher admits he discredited himself. See?
I don't really care for your opinions about yourself.
But you were already being like, see, Power Driver Finisher agrees with me.
I don't care for your opinions about yourself. Triple H can tell me he's the greatest of all time. That doesn't make him the greatest of all time. Doesn't mean I discredit his opinions. Just about yourself, I have no interest. You're clearly not objective. Sorry.
Backstage, we see Timeless Tony Storm cradling Mariah May as May is getting ready for her matchup against Hikaru Shida in the Owen Hart Memorial Women's Semifinals this Friday on Rampage. Storm gives her a pep talk saying that Hikaru Shida is tough and she has been one of her greatest rivals here in AEW. Renee was about to remind Tony that if Mariah May wins the tournament, she faces her at All In for the AEW Women's World Championship. But it seems like Storm isn't really concerned with that. She instead gives Mariah May the privilege of saying her catchphrase, where she says, "Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe." What do you think about Mariah May going one-on-one with Shida? Do you see May getting the win on Friday?
Sure. I'll say she has a puncher's chance against fucking never here on Dynamite chick, former champion who feels like a mid-carder. Sure. I'll give her a shot. I'll give her a pause. Stop it. This is over. What a waste.
I think Deanna should have won against Shida. Because I think Deanna would have made more people believe that she could get the win over May.
Is Athena hurt? I heard
she is injured, but it's not as serious as she's making people believe it is.
Fair enough. I was gonna say put Shida down there because this is over.
She was down there. She had the match against Athena at a Supercard of Honor.
Bring her back. This is over. Everything up here is over. I don't know why we fight these things. It's over. Like it's like the Dark Order. You're from a bygone era. It's over.
So anyone who's from like 2020 AEW, you're like, oh, let's move on.
Anybody who's 2020 AEW and has not maintained their status, yes, it's time to go. There's a reason you didn't maintain your status. And this typically has to do with politics. Like Matt Jackson maintained his status. So he gets to stay. He's Nick Jackson's brother. What do you want from him? He won't work without him. I don't know what to tell you. He gets to stay. But fucking Marco Stunt and Joey Janela and Dark Order and fucking who am I missing? Oh, Hikaru Shida. I'm sorry. You gotta go. Wish I could help.
It's ridiculous. Next up, we got the Women's Owen Hart Cup Tournament semifinals. Willow Nightingale going up against Kris Statlander. I love the entrance with Statlander. I know I keep saying this every week, but just Stokely kept starting it off with every night is Saturday night. That's a great intro. And then the song looks good, and then the entrance with the dim lights look good. We didn't get Willow's entrance too much as Kris Statlander jumped her on the entranceway, but it led to a hilarious spot where Willow does the pounce and Stat just fucking does the fucking cartoonist bump of them all, where she rolls down the ramp into the ring frame. That shit was great. I love that bump. The brawl started off on the stage with that awesome spot with the pounce. They get inside for the opening bell, and Statlander starts knocking her into the corner. We come back from commercial break with the two slugging it out on the apron. Statlander tries to go for a German suplex, but Willow just holds on to the ropes, and Statlander goes back first into the floor, which was a hard bump there. Nightingale does a big cannonball off the apron back inside. Statlander grabs her and hits a nice looking German suplex. She runs her over again. Statlander, a Nightingale goes up to the top but gets pulled down. They sets up a trade of roll-ups for a 2 count. Statlander then hits a great looking F5 that impressed the hell out of me, but she only gets the 2 count. At this point, Stokely Hathaway is like, fuck it. He gets a steel chain. He puts it in one corner, and then he goes on to the other side of the ring and distracts the referee to allow Statlander to grab the chain. Willow is distracted with Hathaway, but she sees the chain shot coming from Statlander. So Stat holds up, doesn't hit Stokely with it, but this distraction allows Willow to roll her up for the 1-2-3 to pick up the victory here. Just over 8 minutes, but I thought it was a good 8 minutes between these two ladies. A good start of their rivalry here. I think that is far from over, and I believe that Statlander will probably get involved next week in the Owen Hart Cup Finals as Willow Nightingale moves on, and she will face the winner of Mariah May versus Hikaru Shida this Friday on Rampage. Next week in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, in the Owen Hart Cup Finals. Good matchup, like I said before. What did you think, Jimmy?
I'm always here for Willow. I'm still here for Statlander, though I will say this heel turn doesn't feel like it's what I'm looking for. As hot as it could be. You got Stokely, and Stokely's fantastic. And Statlander's really good. But something is not clicking, and I don't know what it is. Anytime that's the case, I typically go to booking because Tony Khan's a dope. Match, however, was really good. I get why you want to set. Oh, your battery dropped, sir. So I probably give you a pass this week. It's really well done. Match was really good. Roll up was good. If I didn't just fucking see it. Good taste, sir. And yeah, if she doesn't cost her the match next week, I will go back to shitting on Tony Khan because he deserves it. It's the obvious move to make. It's the predictable move and the obvious move and the right fucking move. So you should do it.
Yeah, I agree. We got Alice Powell with a good shout here saying the Elite need to go full 4 horsemen on Billy Gunn and break his ankle. Yes, just keep Billy Gunn out of this and have an attack on Daddy Ass to get him the fuck out of here.
Why?
I know you know they have been booking him like Brock Lesnar. I agree.
He should be, yeah. So he should be in the match.
Tyrone Kidd says, why is this on Rampage talking about Shida and Mariah May? I thought it would at least be on Collision. I even tweeted it that it was going to be on Collision because that's what I assumed. But then they announced it's on Rampage. I was like, that's a little peculiar. At least more people watch Collision than Rampage.
Mariah May and Shida?
Yeah.
You know why. What the fuck you mean you don't understand why? You know exactly why. It's if you take off your blinders, take off rose-tinted glasses, and you go Mariah May versus Rampage-ass wrestler. This is on Rampage. That's how that works. This is not 2021. Let it go. It's over. It's over. Sorry to break the news to you.
We got Annika who says, so it's a foregone conclusion, Mariah versus Willow. Who y'all got? Because I wouldn't mind Willow versus Toni Storm. I mean, the story here is Mariah May versus Timeless Toni Storm and Willow Nightingale versus Statlander. I mean, I was under the impression that we're leading to All In with the mixed tag team matchup that they teased all the way back like a month ago. But I would much prefer Statlander versus Willow, like in a street fight at All In. But I think we're asking for too much for AEW to book 3 women's matches on the main card. So it probably they have a better chance of being on the main card if it's a mixed tag. But still make it a street fight if you're going to do that.
My guess is that they do some type of hardcore match, but it's at All Out. Because
I see that too.
You don't like the broads too much. Them, not me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what time it is. Unless it's Collision and nobody's watching. Then we can do a bunch of women's matches. But on pay-per-views, on Dynamite, only one. Let's not be gross. Let's not be silly. Oh well, I got Mariah winning. I would prefer Willow because she's the best. But hey, she's fantastic. She is the perfect babyface. I can't think of a fucking. Well, Cody right now has got a perfect babyface.
Yeah, but those are probably the top 2 babyfaces for me, like in wrestling today.
Like pure babyfaces?
Yeah, pure white meat babyfaces. I mean, Will is not too far removed from using a screwdriver on Kenny Omega last year. So I can't put. I would put him in the conversation maybe after a few more months.
Yeah, it's not a complete dick in the match last night. Sorry, he certainly was. I don't know what to tell you.
One Mike Nation saying, I agree with SP3 stat cost Willow next week, and they have then we get Willow stat 2 at All Out. So he agrees with both aspects. He's saying All Out for Willow and stat 2. We also got One Mike Nation saying All Out makes sense because both women champs have matches at All In. Yes.
And we can only spare 2 spots for 10 slots. 2 matches for 10 slots. Gotcha. You're right. I'm just saying. Fucking weird.
We hear from Double J, Jeff Jarrett, as he has an Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal matchup later on against the wild card. Renee asks him how he's feeling due to his emotional promo weeks ago about being Owen Hart's former tag team partner and best friend before his passing. He has nothing to say. He's too emotionally invested in tonight's matchup. So Jay Lethal talks for him and says Jarrett has never been more focused and he is ready for tonight's big matchup. Any thoughts on Jarrett's promo? The one I sent you. I don't know if you watched that. I doubt it, but yeah, there you go.
I don't need overly emotional things for what. I don't want to get emotional for wrestling. I don't particularly give a fuck about Jeff Jarrett. I want to be very nice after that, but let's just say I don't care about Jeff Jarrett. Sorry. I know he's not going to win this fucking match, so I don't need to get invested in it.
Well, there was a lot of people upset that he didn't win the match. Oh my God. I was like, these people are demented. These people are demented. I was like, this is a great emotional hook for Jarrett to go far in the Owen Hart Cup in 2023, not 2024, when a main event of Wembley is on the line. What is wrong with you people?
They like Jeff Jarrett. And they sold him on the story. It's beautiful. But not I, said the cat. I've been here too many times. It's like when you're dealing with a girl, you know it's a hoe. I know I'm not going to get invested. I know this is not serious. No need to go. Don't fucking get your hopes up. Just deal with whatever comes, so to speak. Sorry.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
It has its place, but keep it together. No, I love yous. No fucking flowers. No nothing. Just word.
Tony Schiavone is in the ring, and he brings out the returning Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, for a chat. DMD gets on the mic, and she says that she missed us, but she was thinking about what she should say in her first time back, and instead of overthinking, she said that she was just going to speak from the heart, and she's going to talk about things that we all have. A past, a present, and a future. The past is our lesson. The present is a gift, and the future is our motivation. So talking about the past, for the last 10 months, people have been asking, and she's been saying in response that she's been injured. But people who know her know that it takes more than injuries to keep her gone. Then one day, she started to feel sick, and her arm was tingling. She looked in the mirror and said she was good, but she couldn't open a bottle of water. Then her whole right side stopped functioning and was diagnosed with a mini stroke, the early warnings of a stroke. So it turned out that she wasn't good. So she had to stay home and get better. Now it's about the present, where she is back and she has been cleared and she is fully healthy, which gets an applause from the fans. But she never was more nervous than she was when she returned at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door. She wasn't sure if anyone was going to care that she was there or not, but the fans welcomed her back with open arms and DMD chants. For that, she will always be in our corner because she is one of us. But that brings us to her future and the motivation. So always go through your hard times. With all of that out the way, it's time to talk about the new female face of AEW. She says that she can't imagine how hard it must have been to have to work to get someone to chant 3 letters after your name. And she says that, she didn't have to do anything like add a little dub into her music to make people chant those 3 letters. But she should know that the only letters that matter in AEW are DMD. Suddenly, the Contron pops up, and we see a big Escalade arriving at the building, and it is none other than the new NJPW Strong Women's Champion and the current TBS Champion, Mercedes Mone. She shows up, and it's none other than the EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, who are there to greet her. They say that they got the props ready for her championship celebration, which come to the ring while Baker had just talked about having a stroke. This was mad disrespectful, and I love it. Monet then comes out. Baker accuses her of trying to one-up her while the fans are loudly booing Mercedes. They booed Mercedes when Britt was talking about her, but they booed her even more when she came out here. And it seems that we are going full throttle with the heel Mercedes Moné that we have basically been calling for since she debuted, me and Jimmy. But hey, they're late than never. Just like Baker did to Monet at Forbidden Door, Mercedes is trying to one-up her here. But Monet brags about her title win, and Baker talks about her history at All In, saying that she was a part of the first ever women's match at the first All In right here in Chicago. And then last year, she wrestled at All In at Wembley Stadium while Mercedes was in the stands looking like a broken bitch with a broken leg. And now she says this year at All In, she is laying out the challenge, Mercedes Moné versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. But Monet says that no, you just got back here. You have to go to the back of the line because there is a price to pay when you mess with Monet. And Britt responds with, "Bitch, what line?" That was a great response. That was a great response. Baker doesn't want anything to do with that, and she says that Monet says that she will have to learn that it's a new rules around here in AEW, and she says her catchphrase again and raises the TBS championship as well as the NJPW Strong Women's Championship. This was great intensity for a first time kind of promo off between the two ladies. And these two ladies are two, in real life, to some fans and to a lot of people backstage, two of the most unlikable people ever. And I just messaged Jimmy immediately. I was like, you could just feel like two egomaniacs who both want to be number one. And that's professional wrestling in a nutshell to me. So I love this. I love this. This is the right kind of vibes for them going back and forth. Baker, although she still has kind of retained her kind of like natural charisma, which is to come off like the baddest bitch and that no one can step up to her. It came off more as a babyface in translation to Mercedes, who even in the heel character form, it feels very fake and put on. And I think it's helping her get more heat and more booze. And I think that this is the right direction for Mercedes to be the heel that she has always excelled at. And this is the right move, especially going against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who is always pro AEW. This whole segment felt like AEW learned their lesson from the Britt Baker Saraya rivalry from 2 years. What did you
Gotta be honest. When she started this fucking promo, I was already kind of over it. First of all, the live, laugh, love, whatever the fuck she was talking about early. Oh, right. Past, present, future. One big fucking yawn. I was like, holy shit. I love you, Britt, but what are we doing? We went from dickhead babyface to generic babyface. This is heinous. Then she started talking about a stroke. And first of all, it got really serious really fast. And I already heard this. I heard this from fucking Adam Cole. I heard not Adam Cole, fucking what's his face? Kyle O'Reilly. I heard this from Serena Deeb. The fuck is going on, first of all? The fuck is going on? These niggas are 30. What the fuck is going on? You having strokes? It's not like they're fucking fat messes. What the fuck is going on here? I won't be a conspiracy theorist, but something's going on. I will keep to myself. Yes, once you started talking about Mercedes, I felt we picked up fucking tremendously. And Mercedes, definitely more natural. Can I be rude for a second? Because I forgot to mention this. I did see Britt's comeback from the pay-per-view. That wig she's wearing ain't it. That's a heinous looking wig. It's not laid properly. Mercedes, that is. I don't hate to be extra black on her. You got to do something about it. You got to pay a little extra money to get it laid proproperly. Maybe they don't have those places in Boston or Seattle where Swerve is, but
the mean streets of Boston.
It's not laid right, Mercedes. You got to do something about it. But she was good here. I won't go great. She was really good here. Britt was really good. Well, fuck you too, nigga. I love that. What the fuck is he doing the show by himself here? The fuck is going on? You know what? It was a good promo for both sides. I love every part of it. Good job. Feels like the biggest match they could do. I'm here for it. Should have got it a while ago, but I'll say a stroke is a good idea. A good reason not to do it.
Yeah.
Stroke's probably.
And this feels like the proper stage to do it. All in Wembley Stadium. If it's your biggest show of the year, then Mercedes should have one of the biggest matches, and Britt Baker is that.
Yes, and I'm glad we finally Chicago. Thank you for clearing this all up because a lot of people were saying it's because she got booed because she's from Boston and she was in New York. A lot of motherfuckers saying it's no, she got booed because she's fucking unlikable. It's not my fault. I like unlikable people, but you're trying to be likable. You're not at all. Be unlikable, and it worked here. She did seem a little frustrated when I told her to shut the fuck up. I don't think she was being told.
Yo, she was like, wait, what? That was the one. She was like, what's that? She was like, I'm still a black woman. Like, this is racist.
This feels racist.
I legit had some friends that told me they was like, yeah, New York booing Mercedes. I was like, yeah, it had to do with her being from Boston and Mercedes' character just being unlikable. But I had my friend who was like, no, I think it's something to do with racism. Like,
oh
what?
My God.
What?
That's fucking hysterical. A lot of people find racism in that.
I didn't find any racism in there. I was like, you could be black, white, green, yellow. Mercedes is not that likable.
It just isn't. Sorry.
Tyrone Kid with a super chat donation here. Thank you, Tyrone. We appreciate the support as always. Tyrone says, are we never finishing the story? Mone versus Saraya? No one wanted that. like only they want that. No one else.
Oh, I forgot. What the fuck? I don't want to be picking on her. So that's after her best performance. But does she have? She's been in WWE for how long? She was in there for how long? 10 years.
Who?
Mercedes.
Who? Mercedes, yeah, 10 years.
Did they give her no media training? Her first day in fucking the AEW, the day before she debuts, she talked about she's definitely going back to WWE. And then when she finally picks up some steam in AEW, she goes out of her way to say she has creative control. The fuck are you doing? The fuck? What kind of shut the fuck up? Why are you snitching on yourself? What is going on? Oh
you out here like Rossi from that used to be from Stardom, snitching on Triple H. You out here like that.
Fucking, this is where you need to take cues from WCW. Them niggas kept alive for 20 fucking years. Hulk Hogan has no creative control. Then it was, oh, he has creative control, but he's never used it. Then it was, oh, he has creative control, but he's only used it once. Get the fuck out of here. You couldn't last a day.
And then you had dumbass Eric Bischoff. It stinks what happened at Starcade. What? He thought that Hogan would screw him over, and he did. It was a premonition that he made come through.
And you go out there, no prop, no pressure, no microphone, no nothing, because I have creative control. What? Ma'am, you're already not well liked, I would guess. Please shut the fuck up.
This ain't gonna help your case. Oh, we got Alexander Fitzgerald with a super chat donation. Appreciate you, good sir, as well.
Let's fucking go.
Alexander says, I know Okada was in the back smiling at the amount of times Britt and Mercedes used the word bitch. Yeah, it was like bitch to respond to your bitch. And it fits these two. These two saying it just fits so well.
It does. I am concerned about Britt long term as a babyface. I don't see it. Sorry. Even here. She's only likable because she's against Mercedes. Like, otherwise, you're just a chick that says bitch and wants to skip the line.
I feel like the right move, and this is only if she's healthy and God willing, fingers crossed, Mercedes wins at All In, and then we have the return of Jamie Hayter. And do Hayter Mercedes, and then that matchup leads to Britt finally, after what, 3 fucking years, turning on Jamie.
I'm not giving hopes up. Anything Jamie Hayter related, I don't pretend like it's with that. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to pretend like this is possible because I don't want to get my hopes up. We got Big Man Does. He says, I'm still confused how Mercedes turned heel in 1 week without doing anything new on screen. Did she tweet something, or did the marks just get tired of pretending that her babyface run was working?
That's a good point.
I think that AEW kind of played with it at the latter half of the build to Willow, and then they kind of tried to put her back in like a tweener mode against Stephanie Vaquer. Even in that rivalry, if you watched Collision last week, she was more of the heel than Stephanie. Even Stephanie, using her tag team partner to get the up on Mercedes, came off more babyface than Mercedes, standing at ringside telling Lady Frost, soften her up for me. I was like, Mercedes, you're supposed to be the babyface. Like, what are you doing? So I think that New York has always been, and we know this because we're old school wrestling fans, New York has always been a barometer for big turns in wrestling, whether it be with WWE especially, but here it really was the case that she was booed so loudly and so dramatically, and you saw it during the matchup. Mercedes had, when she started getting those real loud boos, she had a big smile on her face. And then she said it in her All Elite crew newsletter that it was like a light bulb hit. This is the direction I need to go. You started my villain era, New York. And I'm like, you should have got this light bulb a long time ago.
I'm so sick of these fucking people. I sound like Swerve. I'm so sick of these people. I'm so sick of these people fucking pretending like it's some genius shit they came up with. Fucking The Rock just did it, and now Mercedes too. A light bulb went off. Nigga, really? Good job. Good job. Speaking of Swerve, did you see the post he made with Mercedes? Not like us. Nigga, he talking about you. He talking about you, motherfucker. I love that. What planet are you than fucking us? Are you fucking serious? You fucking cool? Are you out of your fucking mind? Not like us. Oh, this side. Really? The blackest nigga on the planet, Kendrick, and Swerve, Black and Ugly Strickland. Right. They go together. The fuck is you talking about? I'm sorry, I'm so annoyed. Keep it together. What the fuck is going on?
I love it every time. We got a super chat donation from the one and only Will Chisholm. Will saw all of y'all giving back, and he was like, I gotta get in this business too. Will says, I'm glad Britt is doing okay, but please don't cut that We Are the World promo again. Just tell Mercedes how WWE lowball her on money. Yo, I need Britt to be that one. Be that one. Be like, the only reason you here is because the other place wouldn't pay you.
That's fucking bullshit.
I'm here for that. That's hard. God damn. Ooh.
I love it.
Ooh.
I would love it.
That was stinging.
Like, this is the vibes that I got during this promo. I was like, they feel like they don't like each other. Like, they both want to be number one, and they don't like each other.
I do get those vibes. I hope we can still work together. I hope the women are more mature than the men are. By men, I mean Matt Jackson. And work together to make some money. That's how fucking common sense works.
It does. It does. We got Annika who says it feels like TK was just treading water until all the pieces were in place. Mercedes has her New Japan title back. Baker is healthy. Now let's get back to our usual scheduled program. Yes. What me and Jimmy were asking for on like day one was Britt versus Mercedes. We got it. I can't complain too much.
Sure.
Power Driver Finisher says Mercedes very Charlotte Flair-esque in this promo. Yeah. I'm better than you.
Some people, sorry, Mercedes, Charlotte, they're just not likable people. On screen, they might be great people behind the scenes. I don't know. Charlotte seems very nice off screen, and when Mercedes has
a lot of friends in AEW apparently.
Yeah, when she's next to Swerve, she's very nice. But yeah, on screen they come across as very unlikable. Sorry. It's a good thing though if you fucking ride with it. MJF, Orton, Triple H, Flair. Vince is a little bit different case, but whatever. You know, it's just being likable on TV. Feel free.
Do it all day, every day. We got another super chat donation here from Will Chisholm once again. Thank you so much, Will. We appreciate you.
Tony Khan, this is also on you, because you can stop this.
I miss you, sir.
Yeah, I really just want AEW to have all their people healthy at once. Can they do that? I don't know if it's possible anymore. Like, it's been like since 2022. It's been like 2 straight years of like they can't get all their people healthy at once. We got to have Omega out. We got to have Eddie Kingston out. Like, can we get all these people? Because this would be like an all-time roster if all these people were healthy at the same time.
Sure.
Will says it's funny how Mercedes claims Boston, but also LA at the same time. Britt should give her cut that promo like she was seeing Thunder Rosa. LOL.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. We got a long way to go to All In. This could get kind of nasty, and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I need this to get that. This is where we can really hit the great potential of this rivalry, is if it gets a little nasty.
Here's the question, though. If you're Britt, do you hold back? Because this motherfucker has creative control. She wants to squash you, she'll squash you. That's how creative control works.
It's like Hogan. Big Red Dog saying that. It's like Hogan thinking he's a genius for turning heel after the crowd got tired of him. And oh my god, Eric Bischoff, like, dude,
I love that.
Why didn't he just take credit? No, but he gave credit to Hogan for coming up with turning heel. Why didn't he just take credit for that? That's a simple thing to take credit for. You were the one that signed off on it. He's trying to give all the credit to Hogan.
Yes, because it's the first rule in the 48 laws of power. You don't outshine the master. No, I take no credit. It's all due to his benevolence that this is all worked out. Good job, Easy. Don't let these motherfuckers have you play yourself out of your position, like the game. not Triple H, the rapper of the game.
I was like, it would have been stupid if it was Sting. That's the third guy.
It would have,
as Bischoff said. Like it would have. I was like, the obvious person was Lex Luger if it wasn't Hogan
or Savage works.
Savage would work because he eventually turns against him. But Luger was the one that they literally were teasing was a heel teaming up with Babyface Singh this entire time. So it would have made sense for Luger.
Yeah, but then you have fucking Lex Luger for microphone. That's a terrible idea. Yeah, with these motherfuckers acting like these genius ideas. You know what? I got it. We'll do The Rock. We'll do Roman and Cody at WrestleMania. Oh, brilliant! That's why he makes the big bucks, folks. I hate this nigga's guts. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I used to love The Rock. I had a poster of The Rock when I was a kid. How could he do this to me?
I love The Rock.
How could he sell his fucking soul? Everybody goes to Hollywood and sells their fucking soul for $1 or $1 billion.
Don't listen to him, Rock. I appreciate you for saving wrestling.
Oh my God! You see this?
We got another super chat donation here from our good brother Chuck Berries. Thank you, Chuck Berries. We appreciate you.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Chuck Berry says, Jimmy, do you think that Mercedes' media blunder was worse than the YS6 taking a picture at a burger joint?
That's a good question. I gotta be honest. I'm not the right person to ask about this because I think all this is stupid. All the YS6 stuff. I'm sorry. I get you want to honor Bray Wyatt. I'm here for you. You're a good guy. You're not Vince. You're a good guy. I got it. But all this shit is goofy to me. I'm sorry. I don't like any of it. I don't. I'm sorry.
You didn't like Bo's interviews?
The interviews are fine. But at the end of the day, it's spooky shit. Motherfuckers appearing, disappearing. I can see the fucking fog machine right fucking there. Like, this is all... I don't know. Yes, but if you're asking me, let's say I thought it was great. Everything was great up to this point. Yes, taking a picture, I'm being very Jim Cornette-ish, taking a picture and ruining kayfabe is worse. Yes. At least creative control kind of feels like it would be in her character. I'm sorry, it's worse. It's worse. Sorry.
I agree with you there. We got another super chat donation from our dog, Will Chisholm. Thank you so much, Will.
They go on Twitter. I don't see how this is going to work. This is absolutely ridiculous, Sid.
Will says, Jimmy, what do you think about Paul Heyman getting beat down by those thugs, getting got by them thugs? All-time Bloodline segment. I told you.
Oh, man, that was so fucking fantastic. I can't tell you how many times I fucking rewatched it. It's so fucking good. Heyman is brilliant. Brilliant. I've replaced Rock and Punk and Austin as the best promo ever. It's Heyman, and then we need a Gab after that. I'm sorry. He is so good. By the way, people forget. What do people forget? People always shitting on him, and you may not notice it. But Solo's really good in these fucking things. He's fucking great.
Yo, that was his best performance, though.
Right?
Like, as the insecure, dangerous leader of the Bloodline, like, that was his best work of his career.
So good. When Heyman says, I love you, Solo goes, I love you too. He drops his head right back down again, like, get to it. It's so good. I know you got Roman, and you got Rock, and you got Cody, and Punk, and Drew, and all those other people. And this feels wild to say. But I do think we need some care taken to what Solo does in Mania. You can't blow it. You've done such a great job. You built up a mega heel. Don't blow it by just moving them to the side to do the shit you plan on doing. That's all.
Do Rock and Cody and do Solo and Roman at Mania.
That's what I was thinking. But Rock said it's going to be the biggest match of all time. And he's already told you what he thinks the big match of all time is.
I told you. Long game. 42.
That's another thing that bothers me. This nigga just says shit. He says you're not an artist, nigga. You're a suit. Stop trying a long game. And he sounds like fucking Carmi on fucking innovation through whatever. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Innovation through collaborate. Vibrant.
I eat this nigga's guts. Shut up. Ugh.
You're Richie. The Rock is Carby and you're rich.
Ugh. Just raise your eyebrow and talk about crack. Not for you.
Oh man, and I'm Sydney, just bringing the snark. Oh, we got another super chat donation from Alexander Fitzgerald. You guys are killing the game, and that's why we appreciate
fucking Mark.
Alexander says,
"Let's go."
Alexander says, when was the last time AEW had a women's feud / match that got people this excited? Rosa and Baker.
Anything in between that? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But this is like the absolute max most interesting feuds at once AEW's ever had in their women's division, between Mariah and Tony, between Britt and Mercedes, Willow and Stat. Like, those are three matches that, even though, like we said, AEW kind of has a rule that they're only going to do 2 main matches on the main card, all 3 of those matches are worthy of being on the All-In card.
Oh, agreed. And I think the shame Willow's not in Wembley.
I agree. I think she should. That's what I said. I think they probably have better odds if they do the mixed tags, but I would rather it be just one-on-one street fight.
Huh. You ain't gotta go long, 10 minutes.
No.
Who cares if you do go long? You don't give a fuck about people's sleep schedule anyway. Fucking pay-per-view still fucking
and plus, I mean, it'll probably start here in the UK at 5. That's like 12 o'clock for y'all. Like, you could go 4 or 5 hours for All In.
Jesus.
It would only end at 5 p.m.
That's fucking egregious. Jesus Christ. Does he have no? Not all of us are on cocaine, sir. Can you wrap this shit up in 3 hours? Jesus. It's fucking heinous.
And we got one more super chat donation from our boy Will Chisholm. Will, thank you, sir.
Why you so crazy? Take it easy.
Will says, so Mercedes, the one trying to get Shane in AEW, that's what Swerve say to dark-skinned black women? They not like us? Now bring me a white woman.
I see some niggas trying to clean it up for. It's just a rap lyric. It doesn't mean you shut the fuck up. Knock it off.
It's like you don't understand what the point of the song was then.
Yeah, knock it off. Clearly Swerve didn't. Knock it off. Not like us. Yeah, man. You shut up. I hate his guts. Stick with the Jim Joneses of the world.
But I would say this is like this exchange between Britt and Mercedes on this show might be like a top 5 women's talking segment in AEW. Like, it's got everybody talking. It got everybody talking. It was a good exchange between them. Mercedes finally as a heel. Britt came off very natural as the babyface in this whole thing. I know you don't like all the beginning stuff, but I thought it brought more of like a genuine honesty to the Britt character that she didn't have in 2023. So I enjoyed it.
Fair enough.
And there's not that many women's talking segments in the ring.
One that pops in my head immediately. It's the greatest line in AEW women's history is, "You didn't run away anywhere. You were fired." I'm sorry, Ruby's never the same afterwards.
yes, the Britt Ruby one. Britt has pretty much been in all of them that would come to my head. It's Britt and Ruby, Britt and Saraya, where Britt basically became the babyface in that storyline when she was like, Saraya's up here saying, "I performed at this stadium, I performed at MSC." Britt was like, "I performed here. Where you been? I've been here." I remember that one. Like, I remember those. I think Timeless Tony Storm has had good performances, but it's more for how it's shot and stuff like that. The Willow and Mercedes contract signing was great. But I would say this one, though, has more people buzzing and talking about it, though.
It's definitely the biggest. Pause.
Yeah, see, Alexander agrees with you. Yeah, you reminded me. That one was so good. That was so good. That literally, I feel like that promo got them that main event at Grand Slam. Tony was like, "I've seen enough. All right, I got the main event."
So mean. Sorry, Ruby.
Backstage, we try to get some words from Will Ospreay ahead of tonight's main event, but Don Callis interrupts, and Will says, you know, he knows what he's going to say, and he says that it's not on you, no need to apologize, that it's on me. He says that he knows he's been, hesitant to use the Tiger driver, and he feels like he just can't do it. He was hesitant with the screwdriver, but he says that he honestly can't do this anymore, and he wants out of the family because he's not that guy anymore. Callis isn't used to doing that and getting people out of their contracts early, but you know what? He says he's going to do him a favor, and maybe someday Ospreay can repay it in another way. So they hug, but Don has that look like, I'm going to screw this nigga over someday. Little bit of foreshadowing for what's to come next. And then before Don walks off, he says, "Hey, Kyle, come on." And Kyle looks at Will like, "Hey, big brother, I'm sorry. I have to go. I am under contract." What did you think about this segment here with Don and Will finally coming out of the family? I thought that his exit from the Don Callis family would have been a little bit bigger, though.
It was really good outside of Kyle Fletcher. Why is he put that picture up? The first one. Oh, Kyle Fletcher's right in the fucking middle of these two. Like this fucking Zoolander face. This, I'm fucking sorry. Enough. He's a thespian. Shut up. Get out of here. Been working on my faces. Taking acting classes. Shut up.
Why do you think Kyle Fletcher so much?
He's on the list. You all tell me he's fucking amazing. He isn't. This is really good. I always like planting seeds. Pause. That could go somewhere, but not the way we expect it to go. Fucking doing somebody a favor and then saying, "If I do you this favor, you will owe me one later," is fucking fantastic. Especially if it's something he won't want to do. What if we need you for a 10-man tag? What if we need you for fucking a title shot? We want you to give Hobbs a title shot. I love things like that instead of just fucking somebody up. I'm here for it. And it makes Callis look smart. I'm all for smart character.
I agree. Oh my God. Alex saying Jimmy's dream match is Kyle Fletcher versus Damian Priest.
Triple H, if you're watching, I know the ratings look great for those Damian Priest segments the last 2 weeks. Just trust me on this. It's Seth and not Priest. Don't hesitate. Yank the fucking belt off him right away. You put that belt on. You do not think twice. Don't think twice.
Hey, I said my prediction on the Money in the Bank preview, and I will say it to you here. I think they're gonna close the loop from last year, because last year at Money in the Bank, Seth faced Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Priest came out and was trying to help Balor, but accidentally cost him the matchup. I think Balor is going to try to cost Priest the matchup and accidentally help him.
That's fine. Sure. I can take one more month. I got one more month in me. I got one more month in me. But Gunther needs that belt right away. And it's not for some reason. I gave it a reason, Frantic World. It's the Frantic Worlds of the world and people of the sort who tell me he's amazing. Who got offended when I fucking compared Orton versus Theory as a not main event to fucking Ospreay and Fletcher as a not main event. They somehow took that as a shot at Fletcher, as if somehow he's better than Austin Theory at some point. It's insanity.
They're on the same level to be.
They are not. Austin Theory's better at everything except moves.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
one thing. Kyle Fletcher's name. Cal. I said except moves. Name. He's not a better seller than Austin Theory is. He's not a better bumper than Austin Theory is. He's not a better promo than Austin Theory is. He hasn't done.
I think he's a better bumper. I think he's a better bumper than Austin Theory is.
Stop it. Brainbuster from the top rope. Get the fuck out of here. Enough of these people. Enough.
Big Man Dog saying, I like Britt's promo because she buries people instead of lifting them up. I'm not being facetious. He also says Swerve is going to have Kanye welcome to the ring at All In.
Probably saying not like us. Kanye thinks he's in the beef, and fucking Swerve thinks he's part of the crew. Shut up. Enough of you people. Used to love Kanye too. Somebody else I'm out on. Enough.
Yeah. I was listening to his first 3 albums. Even my missus was singing some of the songs for graduation. She was like, I miss Kanye when he was making good music. I was like, me too.
It's fucking genius. Take your pills, folks.
Graduations is another one. No skips. No skips on Graduation.
I fucking love that album. I love fucking Late Registration. I love College Dropout.
I love College Dropout. Yep.
I love Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah.
The best album ever. Well, I'm concerned. Well, it used to be. I haven't listened to it in a while because I just can't.
Yeah, I was. That's the next one I'm gonna listen to. I skipped 808s and Heartbreak.
I love that.
I know. I'll listen to it again, but it's not in that Mount Rushmore of Kanye albums. Yeah. Anything after
it's not trash.
Dark Fantasy. I don't like any of his stuff after Twisted Dark Fantasy.
It's solid. Sorry.
Alex Bowles saying Seth is literally carrying the segments with Priest, so Jimmy not wrong there.
Thank you, sir. By the way, I've been shitting on Def Rebel for a little while now. I never given credit for Seth Rollins. It's a great theme. I heard it on Spotify.
Yeah,
Rollins theme's a great theme. It's a fantastic theme song.
It is. It's one of their better works, but they just have stuff like Braun Breaker's theme, so. It's like you get the thumbs up and then thumbs down, and then the production for both Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, how the entrance look is great, but then I listen to the music and I'm like, this is not great.
You're the only one. Well, me too. I don't really care for it, but everybody seems to love this fucking theme song.
Yeah, and I think it's mostly because they're convinced by the entrance. They're not listening to the music itself. But. Speaking of people that we like and other people don't, Chris Jericho is here, and he is here to talk about how Hook broke a rule by using someone else's finisher. He says that's gimmick infringement, and that doesn't work for me, brother. What was worse was Taz, who stood up and cheered like a damn mark, and he's spoken to the AVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. And since he'll be on commentary here, Taz is ejected from not just the commentary table, but from Wintrust Arena.
Babyface turn by Jericho. Let's go.
Because Jericho was on commentary for Hook, teaming up with Samoa Joe and Katsuyori Shibata to bridge Cage of Agony. We get Shibata knocking Leona into the corner to start things off. He tags in Hook. We get Jericho who's dropping some ridiculous lines. I mean, my favorite moment of Jericho on commentary is when the camera panned over to him. It was like, yeah, we got Chris Jericho on commentary. He looks directly into the camera, breaking the fourth wall. He's like, hey, guys. And we get Hook and Shibata working together. This match breaks down where all of the competitors are in the ring. Joe does a backsplash and gets a 2. And then we get a triple chokeout on the villains for Joe, Shibata, and Hook. The Samoan Dojo, which was Jericho's best line on commentary, and now I am calling them that. The Samoan Dojo gets the victory over Cage of Agony with the Kakina Clutch, rear naked choke, and red rum on all 3 competitors. Joe, Hook, and Shibata are celebrating. Jericho says that he's going to give them a round of applause, so he gets off a commentary. He's clapping it up for his enemies when the Learning Tree, Big Bill and Brian Keith, who is no longer injured, come out and attack with steel chairs. They lay out the baby faces. We get a Pillmanizer on Shibata's arm by Brian Keith, getting some revenge for what Shibata did to him last week on Collision. Or 2 weeks ago on Collision. We get Big Bill smashing Joe's back with a big chair shot repeatedly as Joe lays across the steel steps. And then we get Jericho, who pulls out brass knuckles. He has Big Bill and Brian Keith hold up Hook as he hits him with the brass knuckles. Then they set up a steel chair and they lay him out with a big choke slam by Big Bill on on Hook through the table. A heck of a big down here as they continue this feud that I feel like should have wrapped up already. And then to just add insult to injury, not only was Hook beaten up with a chair, he was whipped with the FTW title, hit with brass knuckles, choke slam through a table. Later on in the night, we see Hook being attended to by the trainers, and he's jumped once again by the learning tree, where Chris Jericho throws a damn fireball in his face. I was like, damn, like what do we do? Like, is Hook like now Orange Cassidy? Did he need that much to get beaten down? Like, goddamn. What did you think about the matchup, and what did you think about the post-match attack as well as the attack backstage on Hook?
Matchup was too long. I don't know how long it was. Called it 7 minutes, 8 minutes, too long.
It went almost 10 minutes.
Oh my fucking god, way too fucking long. Listen,
9:45.
Stop these gates of agony matches. It's like, unless you can have them win a couple, which you won't. Enough. It's a waste. It's a waste of everybody's time. And stop calling. You say Cage of Agony. And I was about to correct you. Sorry, remember, they do go with that fucking stupid ass fucking thing. It's a dumb name. It's a dumb group. It's a dumb thing to do. Why are we still doing this? Let it go. I'm sorry. I'm sure they're talented people. They look great. But if they lose every match, how are they taking it seriously? They're not. It's a waste of everybody's fucking time. Should have been 4 minutes and moved on fucking life. He went back to his other fucking good gimmick from the last, 2-3 years. I'm over this feud. I've been here for the learning tree stuff. I haven't jumped out the window just yet, but I'm getting my boots ready. Put my feet on, put my shoes on. I get my coat. In case I got to jump out of here, I'm ready. Jesus.
I mean, yeah, some people are over the learning tree, but I mean, I'm a branch. I'm still a branch. I'm still in the Jericho vortex. I'm still here, but this felt out of place on this show. It felt way too long. That was the issue. Just the matchup, the post-match attack, and then we needed a backstage segment. Like, goddamn, how much camera time are we giving these guys?
It is wild. I'm trying to get Hook to resign. What is the point of all this? Oh, this is just Jericho's creativity running wild.
I think it's Jericho's creativity running wild.
I get that feeling. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Alex Powell saying Hook versus Jericho, I can see ending at All In. Yeah, I'm gonna be so pissed that this does feel like this is gonna be a matchup at All In when it should probably just be on the 0 hour at best.
Yes. And not even looking at it from that perspective, but from a car perspective, can I just get 7 or 8 really important matches? And that'd be the end of it? Do we have to add the Jericho match? And we'll add fucking some match with fucking Mark Briscoe or Kyle O'Reilly or Orange Cassidy. Just give me 7 or 8 really important matches.
That's why Revolution is still one of their best cards ever, because it was 8 matches on the main card. And all of them felt well built up to.
That's a good point. I don't have so much. I either get 5 or I get 10. All right, well, fair enough. So I will say, Clash felt better than King of the Ring. Felt like it was better laid out, rather.
Yeah, and I think Money in the Bank will be better than King of the Ring as well. It feels like going through the card yesterday, I was like, yeah, all of these feel relatively. Money in the Bank is Money in the Bank. You just have to have a good field. It doesn't necessarily need a build up, and they've done a pretty good build up with Drew being a part of it and his whole story that he has going into it, where he feels like the most likely to win because he has a drawn out kind of template of what's going to happen if he does win the briefcase. Punk's going to screw him over. So, and then the Priest and Seth feud has been well built. Bloodline versus Cody and Friends and Sammy versus Braun have all been well built.
Oh, sorry. So happy. Braun Breaker. No disrespect to Cody. No disrespect to Ospreay. The best book motherfucking wrestler. I could watch Braun Breaker segments forever. Just forever.
Unfortunately, I do agree that the segment on Monday was good, but him standing tall at the end and raising the Intercontinental title makes me scared that Triple H is going to draw this out.
Not even concerned a little bit.
All right.
Not even a little bit.
All right. I mean, he has booked 2 DQ finishes with Braun over the last couple of weeks, so wouldn't be surprised if he does it at the pay-per-view.
Look at my face.
I know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll talk about it next week. We got here a super chat donation from Will Chisholm once again. Thank you so much, Will. We always appreciate the support, the love.
Weapon in hand, too. And Blackpool Combat Club, they better wear out Kenny as long as they can. Hangman's going to come out here.
Where's Annika? She's still here? Steve Austin. Absolutely. Lord.
Will says if this booking would be like Hook and Daniel Garcia must be leaving the company the way they got fed. Ricky said, I'm staying home. And then he posted a big selfie at the end of Dynamite.
Yeah, it's wild. This is the longest contract ever. The fuck's taking so long? Please?
Hey, they should add time for the time that they put them at catering. Like you're gonna
petty ass shit. Free Ricky.
Hello to Monique in the chat who says, "Hey everyone." We also got Alex Powell.
Welcome. Oh, it's a chick.
Yes,
a woman rather, a black woman even. Well, we love you here.
We're not.
There's a slur comment there somewhere, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
I see. I did it for you. Alex Powell says Braun going to lose by DQ and then win at SummerSlam. That's what I called at the preview.
Put some money on
Annika
this?
says,
I've been avoiding DraftKings recently, and I have a gambling itch. You want to put some money on this? I'll put some money on Braun taking this fucking dog.
We shall see. We shall see.
You too, Alex Paul. You feel free. Send me your PayPal as your fucking cash app.
Annika says, "Yep and yep." She's still here.
Come on,
She's still with us.
Come on now, Steve Austin. Come on now. See them stomps? He ain't never. He almost fucking caved into his chest. And these stomps of Steve Austin. Come on now. What are you talking about?
Next up, we had the Owen Hart Cup Men's Tournament Semifinals. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, the former tag team partner of Owen Hart, best friend of Owen Hart. He is the emotional pick to a lot of people here, and he was facing the wild card chosen by the EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the AEW World Tag Team Champions. And of course, as predicted by us, as predicted by many of you, it was Hangman Adam Page with brand new dark music. He's wearing the black hat now. He's in ruins after Swerve Strickland had ruined his life, and now he's back. Jarrett isn't sure what to do early on. We get some brawling between the two men before Page kicks him down. Page hammers away and kicks him in the ribs. He follows up with a fall-away slam. They go to the outside with Jarrett's head being rammed into the steel steps. He does a nice little power bomb on the apron on Jarrett. This was very much dominated by Hangman Adam Page before Jarrett would make some close comebacks, getting a stroke on the apron. He tried to go for the figure four, but it was blocked. Tried to go for the sharpshooter, but that was also blocked, which allowed Page to hit the dead eye. But Page had the crazy eyes on and was distracted by the fans continuously chanting, "Whose house? Swerve's house." And it just made him more and more unhinged during this matchup. But he took his time for the buckshot lariat, and that was reversed into Jarrett getting the sharpshooter. And this entire Chicago crowd was on their feet. We're ready for Page to actually tap out. They wanted to see it. They were behind Jeff Jarrett, who's been a heel about like 99.9% of his time in AEW, but the fans were on their feet cheering for him here. But it was Page who was able to make it to the ropes. He then sends Jarrett throat first into the ropes, allows him to get onto the apron. He hits a buckshot lariat and then doesn't even go for the cover. He just starts hitting at the head of Jarrett. He picks him up. He hits a second dead eye for the 1-2-3. This match just going over 10 minutes. I enjoyed this one with Page showing his unhinged, crazy nature. He's got great crazy eyes, as I described it to Jimmy on our messages between us. And then post-match, as we came back from commercial break, we had Renee Paquette trying to get some words from Hangman Adam Page ahead of his matchup against Jay White in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Cup. But in came Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. and they said, "Oh, we're so happy to have you back, Hanger." And they asked him if he will be the 5th man in Blood and Guts. But Hangman says that he is no longer their young boy. He will not be treated like a kid anymore. And he says he isn't the Elite's man anymore. He says that he won't be in Blood and Guts. He's in the Owen Hart Cup, and he's in it to win the Owen Hart Cup. That was a bit of a twist, and I thought it was a good one there, as I expected him. And then we also had, like they said earlier in the chat, the die line. The die line. You're too close. Pushed to Nicholas Jackson as he tried to get in Hangman's face before he walked off. And the Young Bucks immediately told the cameraman, "Don't show this. Cut the camera. Cut the camera." What did you think about Hangman versus Jarrett in the post-match? I enjoyed it. I enjoy Hangman. Like I said to you, I will say it here. I think Hangman is the 4th guy in the big 4 of AEW.
He fucking certainly is not. There's no way he's above Jon Moxley. Just off rip. He's not bigger star than Jon Moxley in this fucking place. Who doesn't take any type of damage at all, anywhere, any place, any fucking time. He's not had a dragon. Stop it. Austin Rock.
Dragon's on his way out. He's on his way out. Dragon's on his way out. Dragon
Rock,
and Moxley
Austin.
are in BCC. They're dead. They're a dead faction. So
Rock,
Hangman's
Austin, Triple H, X-Pac. No, nigga. No,
he is not X-Pac. Will you stop making that comparison? He is not X-Pac.
Sorry.
He's not X-Pac.
You can be 4, but you're not in this 3. Hit the road. Hit the bricks, nigga. You don't have enough rings at this table, good buddy. Sorry.
Big 4. Former AEW World
yeah. Congratulations. So is Chris Jericho. Is he in the big 4?
He was. He was in the OG.
Ain't nobody asked you all that. I actually seen the big 4.
He was.
Come on. Christ. Enough of you. It feels like a compliment. I'm not having it. Swerve is gonna join Team AEW, and then Hangman will, of course, then join Team Elite because fuck that guy.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I'm here for it. I'm here for fucking Hangman. He was great in that segment. The match was what it was. I know a lot of people were rooting for Jeff Jarrett. A lot of people even expect him to win because wrestling fans are idiots. I always say so. But obviously the right call. Have Hangman win. Sorry. Now, if you want to have Hangman, if you want to have Jeff Jarrett win a match prior to this, I would have been okay with it. This took place later on. I'd been okay with that. But come on now. We only go so far with this. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Love that. People really think Bryan's going to win? All right. I'm not super against it. I don't see it.
I mean, there was the report that they're going to do a major turnaround for Bryan Danielson's AEW storyline, but I prefer Hangman being the one to win the Owen and face Swerve at All In.
Why? But why?
That's AEW's main feud for the last year has been Swerve and Hangman.
That's why we shouldn't do it. We've fucking seen it already. We've seen the singles match. We've seen a draw. We've seen a bloody mess. We've seen this so many fucking times. Why do you want to see it again?
And people are gonna believe Hangman is gonna beat him at All In.
People believe fucking.
I don't believe Bryan's gonna beat Swerve at All In.
I don't believe Hangman's gonna be Swerve.
I have more belief that Hangman will be Swerve than Bryan.
Oh my god. All right, whatever. Put in the movie again. Let's watch it again. Maybe it'll end differently this time. Sure. Maybe fucking Tommy doesn't get shot in the head this time. No, nigga, it ends the same way every time. Sorry. Really.
Thank you, Frantic.
Paige is one of the big stars in AEW.
Yep.
Look kind of fucking half-assed. All right, be nice. Because well, you've been relatively harmless. You had a shitty Kyle Fletcher take, but most of your takes have been really good this episode. So when you say one of the big stars, I'm not arguing with that point, assuming we're going to make big stars top 6, 7. Give me a number. We know he's not 1, 2, 3. Give me a number, sir. Please, if you don't mind. That's all. That's all.
I agree with Alex. I think I would prefer Danielson and Swerve in their home state of Washington at Wrestle Dream than at All In.
Home state of Washington. Niggas right next to Canada. Talking about not like us. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking sick. I'm sorry. I'm shut up. Focus. Focus.
What is wrong with you? He's closer to Los Angeles on the West Coast.
No, nigga. No. You know, big California is. He certainly is not. It's taking forever. All I'm saying is, if we do like our in our heads, some of you too young, but me and are not that young. We go in our heads to 25 years ago. We would agree that there's Austin Rock, right? Then there's a gap. Then there's Triple H. Then there's another gap. We would agree, right?
No, I thought Angle kind of made the gap a little closer.
Made the what?
He was in my big four. He was in my big four.
Made the
in 2000. In 2000, he was.
All right. Well,
2000, 2001.
Frank, well, I apologize for what I said earlier. You are a fucking idiot. He's not 4. Sorry. I'm joking. He's not 4, but
oh my God.
I'm joking.
This guy's ridiculous. This guy's ridiculous.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I'm joking about the idiot thing, but you are wrong, distinctly.
Come on. Anyone who got Matthew Jackson looking like this should be number 4.
Annika, stop it.
I'm not giving him 1 through 3. I'm giving him 4. He's a big.
You're hitting on.
You need 2 top baby faces. You need 2 top heels. That's why he's 4.
He can be okay. 2 top baby faces and 2 top heels. So what? Okay, we're not disagreeing. Yes, but there's a gap between 3 and 4.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And he ain't 4.
He's 4. He's 4.
It's not 4. You can't come back, beat Jeff Jarrett, talking about you're 4. That's not how that fucking works. Sorry.
Yes, Annika.
Oh my God, Annika, you're hitting old age. Stop it.
Agreed.
Triple H is egregiously, at the time I liked it, but if you go back and watch it, he is egregiously all over that fucking show. And it's not, after Vince, he's the most featured motherfucker on that show, and it's not close. It's not close.
So Vince was 4 for you.
If we count Vince is number 1. Vince is number 1. Vince is the most featured motherfucker.
He was over Austin and Rock.
Yes, he's all over those shows. It's gross. I mean, it's not gross. Vince is hilarious. He's one of the greatest TV characters ever. But you know what I mean. You own the company. You put yourself all over TV. All right, Puffy.
Nah, not Frantic World. He's not 3. He's not 3. Now that he's been restored, he's not 3. Like, sorry, Swerve. I know you're the champion, but you might give me number 3.
Swerve is 3. Let's say if we're doing things, he's Triple H. It's not close. Sorry, no disrespect. You're great, but you know your place. Know your place, Swerve. Just because you want to hang out on this side doesn't mean you're on this side. That's not how that works. You can't come in the house. MJF. Oh my God, I'm not gonna be baited. I'm not falling for the okie doke. I'm not falling for the okie doke. MJF's number 1. Sorry, MJF's number 1. Ospreay's number 2, and Swerve is number 3. Sorry. As the great thespian once said, MJF's top 2. He's not 2.
Hey, that is a fair assessment after what we saw in the main event. Let's get into it. Will Ospreay defending the AEW International Championship against Daniel Garcia with Maxwell Jacob Freeman in Garcia's corner. You have Ospreay knocks Garcia down to start, showing that he will have the power advantage against Garcia, which I don't think Ospreay can say that against a lot of other people. This leads to MJF giving Garcia a pep talk, saying that you're better than that you're Daniel Garcia, you can do this. Ugh. I know. Garcia, I was like, he's laid it on thick. I hope this is happening. I hope this is happening. Garcia gets taken down with a headlock. He gets the Chicky Nando's kick to the floor. The dive connects, but then we have a brief stare down between MJF and Ospreay here. Nice little stare down between those two men. We take to commercial break. When we come back, Ospreay chops away in the corner, but this just fires up Garcia, who starts doing his dance. Some rolling neck breakers to the kinesio tape on the neck of Ospreay, which he was selling very well throughout this matchup. It's a big DDT and then a third rolling neck breaker for a near fall. Ospreay comes back. He hits the phenomenal forearm or the pip cheerio for a 2 count. Things slow down a bit with Ospreay in control, but Garcia is able to fight back. After some Kawada kicks, Ospreay offers his head to Garcia for some Kawada kicks of his own, but Garcia just hits him with dancing hip attacks, hip thrusts to the head, and then he hits a nice-looking power driver for a near fall. Ospreay does a quick transition where he makes a reversal, hits a powerbomb for a 2 count, and then immediately, like so smooth, like he's AJ Styles from 2005, he just transitions it into a Styles Clash for a near fall. He tries to go for an Os cutter, but after a hook kick, which got Garcia nice right on the fucking chin. Look at Garcia's face. Then Garcia, though, reverses the Os cutter into a power driver for another near fall. He looks like he's on the verge of victory here. So MJF says to Garcia, use the ring. He puts the ring on the apron for Garcia. Garcia picks it up. Ospreay's able to get a near fall on him, but then Garcia, after hitting another move, he gives the ring back to MJF, and he says he can't do it. He says, keep it. MJF's like, okay, I understand. And then Ospreay wipes out Garcia. I thought this would be a near fall. He wipes him out with the hidden blade, and that was it. 1, 2, 3. Will Ospreay picks up the victory in what I thought was a great main event matchup. Great effort by Garcia. Unfortunately, losing again in a big matchup, but his emotional response was very similar to Will Ospreay following his loss at Forbidden Door. So we had a little bit of a callback to Forbidden Door where Swerve, after the loss for Ospreay, went over to console him, showing his respect for his opponent, and Ospreay does the same thing for Garcia, who's beating himself up. He shows respect before leaving. Then we have MJF, who comes into the ring, and he says that was on him, that's not Garcia's fault. That was on him. He picks up Garcia and gives him his hand to pick him up. He raises his hand. The people are cheering for Garcia. He then puts his hands on Garcia's shoulders and low blows Garcia. At this point, me and Gibby are marking the fuck out in our live message. We're like, yes, let's go. We're going crazy. Garcia sells this like it was death, like he was Cody Rhodes in 2020. MJF pulls out the Dynamite Diamond ring out of his pocket. He gives a punch to Daddy Magic, who tries to get on the apron to help Garcia, which busts open Daddy Magic. He then loads up and blasts Garcia in the head with the Dynamite Diamond ring, busting him open. He lays in more strikes, and then he just looks into the camera, picking up the dead body of Garcia, and he says, "Did I restore the feeling? Is this your boy? Is this your boy?" This is so good.
God damn.
MJF was just visceral, just full of hate, and it was just exploding out of him. He picks him up. He looks like he's going for the sheer drop brain buster, but instead he puts Garcia on the top rope. At this point, finally, officials and Christopher Daniels try to come out and talk some sense into MJF, into not giving him the death blow, but he does it anyway, delivering a massive tombstone power driver off the second ropes to Garcia, almost breaking his damn neck as he's bleeding everywhere. I love that. I love MJF wearing the white tank top. So he just had the blood all smeared over his shirt. He looked like a fucking murderer at this point of Garcia, just looking like he's a dead body in the middle of the ring. Christopher Daniels, this is probably the best job he's done since he's become an authority figure. Saying to Max, he was like, "How could you do this? How could you do it?" He's like, "What are you thinking? What are you doing? You didn't have to do it this way." Finally, Will Ospreay, I guess, finally got someone told him, like, "You should go out there. Your boy's getting murdered." And he finally comes out. I like the fact that he limped out. He limped out to the ring, basically to try to help Garcia here. MJF goes to the crowd where he starts pushing fans. He has one black fan that gets in his face, as security has to separate those two. This was just nuclear heat. At first, the fans were like chanting, "He's my scumbag," and happy that MJF was healed. But the beatdown just kept going and kept going to the point that it got massive heat at the end. This was an incredible heel turn. I don't care what you think. Most people agree with me. I don't give a fuck. This was an incredible heel turn by MJF here. We had also announced that he's going to basically explain his actions this Saturday on Collision, which is a good decision. I said it last week that the reason they had MJF in Memphis is because they're going head-to-head with Money in the Bank, but they gave it a great hook for it, especially because he's kicking off the show. You want to watch to see what he's going to have to say to explain his actions. Daniel Garcia is stretchered out. This is probably like the biggest angle that Daniel Garcia has ever been in. And finally, Daniel Garcia can say, I was a part of one of the big moments in AEW history, because this heel turn is an all-timer ending to Dynamite. What did you think about the matchup with Ospreay and Garcia, as well as the post-match with MJF's official heel turn?
Match was good. Very good, not so good. All the fucking you can do this shit. I roll my eyes so fucking hard at this. It's so fucking stupid. Number one is Daniel Garcia. Number two, I don't need that from my top baby face. That's number one. But otherwise, it was a really good match. And I wasn't sure who was gonna win, which is always my. And this is the first main event on this fucking show in weeks. And it's the first main event in wrestling in maybe 3 weeks. I'm sorry. No, those aren't main events you're talking about. Swerve and Ospreay versus Gates of Agony, not a main event. Fucking.
It's closer. You said it was closer. It was closer than what we were been getting. But this,
versus Damian Priest.
This actually felt like it could go either way.
Yeah. This was fantastic. Now, on to the beatdown. I love how MJF turns heel the exact same way every time. Whether it's a big heel turn, a small heel turn, it's always a kick to the balls every time. Cody, Punk. There's one more I'm missing. It's all the same. It's all the same. There's a swift kick in the nuts as you crumble to the ground, and it's fantastic every time. I've been missing this, MJF. The beatdown was graphic, which it needed to be. I don't know quite how we explain Ospreay not fucking helping sooner. There's TVs fucking everywhere. There's people fucking everywhere.
Him lipping down, I would explain it as he was with the trainer right after the matchup.
The trainer? Yeah. Where was the trainer? In Timbuktu?
The trainer's room doesn't have any monitors. Doesn't have any monitors.
And then nobody thought I should go save him. They said, let's go get Ospreay. What? Let's go get that one-leg guy. What? What the fuck? I'm not even going to talk about the fact, because I didn't remember right away. I forgot. I won't even talk about the fact that Top Rope Tombstone shouldn't put anybody out, since Sammy kicked out at 2. I did not forget. I almost forgot. There's a difference. But you know what? It's been a long enough time, and Sammy's gone, so or missing at the very least. We're going to let it slide. We're going to let it slide. It's a new day, a new era, where things actually hurt. Who would have thunk it? This is great.
Yes, he did do it. He did it in a faster way. We didn't have to deal with fucking Stephanie and the dog storyline. We got right to it. We skipped a few chapters, but we got right to Triple H turns on Michaels in the summer.
Might be onto something here. I didn't consider that, especially the fucking. I wonder if he keeps the outfits though.
Yeah,
I hope so. It's a nice change of pace. We don't have to go back to the suits. This was really good. I enjoyed every part of this. I don't know what I want from the match. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the feud. MJF and Ospreay, that is, not Garcia. I don't really care what happens to Garcia after this. Sorry, you served your purpose. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jason Todd, I appreciate it. But now we're done. Now we're going to move on to what we plan on doing. Sorry. Hit the bricks.
Yeah. And it was nice that, like you said, it was similar to the Cody heel turn, but that was mentee turning on mentor, whereas this one was MJF as the mentor turning on his mentee.
Absolutely. This 26-year-old mentor. 27. How fucking old he is now. Come on, man. This is so stupid.
He's about to be. I think he's about to be 28. 28.
Old ass nigga. Come on, man.
Old ass nigga. I mean, The Rock was a veteran by the age of 28. Come on.
Listen.
What is this rank for you as far as endings of Dynamite?
Well, it's not number one. That much is fucking absurd.
What's
number
your
one for future? It's, you ever seen In Living Color, Homie the Clown? It's fucking Brody Lee, Homie the Clowning, Cody Rhodes, the belt side of fucking head. It's one of my favorite things ever. It's so gruesome and hilarious all at once. Maybe number two though. It could be number two. That might have some really good endings. Sometimes there's shit. There's really no in between. Like just recently, Swerve hitting that fucking stomp off the top rope and then landing on his fucking feet. I was like,
yes. That was great. That was great.
Malachi Black fucking up Cody. Squashing him, then not even putting the shoe in the ring. Fucking him up. It's a great finish.
I'm sorry. This is the part that made this whole segment for me. It's him like fucking shaking the dead body. Like, did I restore the feeling now? My God. Yo, I was like, yo, this is awesome. This is fucking awesome.
Impact wise, it's probably number one. You get a heel MJF back. You're gonna set up MJF and Ospreay, I assume, for All In. We get a nice little MJF run here for the next year or so. This is an all-timer.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is like this is definitely in the top 10 conversation for sure. And yeah, you could make it as high as top 5 with this one if the payoff and the follow through is that MJF is restored and back at his best. Like MJF as a babyface is like when you change Steph Curry from a point guard to like a small forward on NBA 2K. I agree. Your analogy was here. Your analogy was great. Your analogy was great because it really was like, oh, we put Steph Curry back at point guard. He's a 99. Look at that.
I assume we get Garcia versus All Out. I'm less excited about that. I'm sorry, I don't see what you guys see at all. Niggas. Is his mother gone?
No. His mother was in Buffalo last week.
So you swore on your live mother? Okay. Listen, it doesn't bother me. I don't believe in the goofy shit, but all right.
That wouldn't be my choice of words. Step on a crack, you break your mother's back. I don't do that type of stuff. We got another super chat donation from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries.
You don't know shit.
Quickly becoming The Rock to Will Chisholm, Steve Austin.
For real. Chuck Berry saying, thank you, MJF, for putting Daniel Garcia in his rightful place. Make MJF heel again. Yes, I put out the tweet. America's long nightmare is over. MJF is back where he needs to be, the top heel of AEW.
So hyped. It's so good.
So great. I was so ready for this. I didn't think it would happen this fast after we talked about it last week, but I was so happy to see it. It felt like, the foreshadowing with the opening promo and then stuff like. I was like, please, is this where we're going? Is this where we're going? Yes. It makes last week's segment somewhat palatable. I regret being as upset as I was for last week's opening segment because if they followed through on this, they made up for it, and they did. We also got another Will Chisholm super chat donation. Super Chisholm, if you will. Thank you, Will. Appreciate that.
Fucking mark.
Will says, well, we know MJF all-in match now is... Yeah.
So the card, as we can tell, as of the moment, is Ospreay and MJF. You'd imagine Swerve and Hangman. It's Tony and Mariah. It's Britt and Mercedes.
That's a nice big 4.
It's a very strong 4. Can't be mad at that 4. That's a nice start. I saw that.
I'm hoping what y'all put in the chat last week comes through, because Machine Guns and Bucks, that would be great. That would be really good to add in there. I'm sorry, I'm a Machine Guns fan. I'm a Machine Guns fan. And if he's healthy to come back, then you would be on to something good, that that Hangman is not in the top 4. Because if Kenny Omega comes back and we get Okada at Wembley Stadium, then we're at all-time AEW cards. Thanks.
Yes, Machine Guns and Bucks. Nothing like a bunch of 40-year-olds fighting each other. Fantastic.
Hey, Nick is 34.
Holy shit. He looks significantly older. Carrying his brother all those years. Really wearing on him. Poor bastard. He's 34? No way. Ain't no way in hell. Hold on.
Yo, Alex Powell is killing the game. Alex Powell is killing the game right now, because this is another great comparison. He said MJF's face run was Randy Orton's 2004 face run.
I think he's 34 years old. Holy shit. Poor bastard. No, stop. There's no way. I still don't believe it. Fuck Google. It's impossible. That's strong.
Yeah. I don't think it was that bad, because he was getting big reactions, especially Wembley last year. The whole summer he was great. It was like the fall. The fall felt more like Randy Orton in 2004. The fall and winter.
Yeah, you don't belong here, sir. You just don't belong here. Kind of like I see him now. It's a little more palatable now, but it's just, Okada and Omega, I'm not mad at. So if we're gonna do it for that stupid belt, I would be mad at it. I'm sorry. Clean these fucking belts up, please. I don't ask for much. This is silly.
Well, do you think we're getting Nigel and Dragon?
I don't know what Nigel wants to do. The way you guys keep saying it is making me believe it. But
yeah, if they're not gonna do that, then have Danielson versus the other Britt, Zack Sabre Jr.
No, enough Zack Sabre. He tanked the rating last week. We don't even take him fucking all in. Sorry, Zack Sabre. It's not your fault. They just bring motherfuckers in, think everybody's gonna give a fuck who they are. It's not your fault. You're great. But no, we did that already. No more. No mas.
Ridiculous. Will Chisholm with another super chat donation. He heard the call. He was like, I gotta drop some Stone Cold Stunners and I gotta get my spot back. This ain't 2000.
I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
Will says, just not as bad as British Bulldog did telling his sister with cancer he's going to keep the title, but HBK went to Vince and said, I should win that in the UK. Oh my God, that was hard.
Is that the most insane power play ever? I know Hogan's Sting is up there, but sister with cancer's got to be up. That's wild.
It is wild. It is one of the bigger power plays in wrestling history.
Shawn Michaels wasn't one of the greatest motherfuckers ever. Maybe the most hated wrestler ever. It's entirely possible.
Yeah, I would put that. Yeah, Hogan with Sting. I'm not the result, but the fact that Vince would allow Triple H to hit a pedigree and then wait 23 seconds to pin Booker T at WrestleMania 19. That just was like, I feel like more people remember it because of that more than just the result. It's the way it went down.
Yeah, I can't really compare that to the first two. One's Help Sink a Company, and the other is Sister with Cancer. I'm sorry. By the way, did you hear that story? I can't believe how much I've shifted on these two over the last 20 years. But did you hear that fucking originally Booker T was supposed to beat The Rock to get that title shot at Triple H at WrestleMania? And The Rock was all down for it. And then he found out Booker T wasn't going to win at WrestleMania. He said, oh, no. Then no then. And they changed it to a Battle Royal.
That's why they did the Battle Royal. I did hear that, yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you were so great back in the day, sir. What happened?
He is still great. Thank you, Rock, for this year's WrestleMania. Now they're gonna do a stadium stampede of some type. I wouldn't mind if that's the step for the mixed tag that I'm predicting of Willow and Orange versus Trent and Statlander.
God, can we get fucking Statlander away from Trent? I already feel like her angle is going the way that angle went, where she just keeps getting her ass kicked. And we're supposed to go, oh, what a threat.
Annika says it was a good angle, though. I guess she's talking about the MJF one, but yeah.
Sean,
great stuff. Oh, well, yeah, he did get a lot of heat. He got that trash thrown at his head. But that brings us to a close on another review of AEW Dynamite. Last call for Super Chat donations. And of course, let us know in the live chat your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP. Whether you get the show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, and out of 10, what did you give the show overall? For me and Jimmy, for the July 3rd, 2024 Beach Break edition of AEW Dynamite, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from both of us. Jimmy, out of 10, what did you give this show?
7, Jesus. I'm going to go with an 8.5. It's the highest rating I'm giving it all year. I feel like maybe 2 years. 8.5.
I'm like, other than Jericho on the show, I thought everything had a point, was effective. I'm going to go 9. I always go a little bit higher than you, so I'll go 9 out of 10 for this one. This was one of the best. This was, I would say, I'm not going to say easily, but I would say it was the best Dynamite of this year.
Yes, certainly.
And we also got another Super Chat donation from our good brother, Will Chisholm, who says, I wonder how the BET kids or Brett's kids, NXT kids, feel about those HBK stories. They must think he's the petty goat. But we lived through pulled up HBK, built up HBK, yes.
Of his fucking mind. It was fucking fantastic. Horrifying in hindsight, but fantastic. System of Cancer is crazy. I'm sorry, that's number 1. You've been absolved, Hogan. System of Cancer is crazy. I don't care what anybody says. What the fuck?
Oh, Kevin Nash beating Goldberg too, because Kevin was the booker. Kevin was the booker. That killed Goldberg. That was their last star, and he killed him.
We fucking tased this nigga. What more do you want? Hit this nigga with a cattle prod. The fuck?
I love Kevin on Who Killed WCW. Goldberg had the title too long. He had it for 5 months, nigga. Like, what?
To be fair, this is late 90s. That is a long ass time. 5 months is a long time, sir.
But thank you.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
He's back. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. We got Ace, who went very low, in my opinion, 7 out of 10. We got Chase, who gives it a 9 out of 10, like me. We got Alex Powell, who gives it an 8.5, like Jimmy. We got Annika, who gives it a 9 out of 10. We got Big Man Dawes going 8.5 out of 10. Frantic World going 8.5 out of 10, like Jimmy.
Frantic World with the 8.5. What is going on, sir? Are you feeling all right? Did you miss a number? Did you mean 18.5 out of 10? You know what? Fair enough. It's long day.
Jimmy, who was your MVP for the show? I think this one is relatively easy.
I'm gonna have to go with MJF. I think. Sorry, a heel turn was fucking fantastic. It's a goddamn shame because Willow was great. Fantastic promo, really good match, and she's delicious. But I'm sorry, it's MJF. I'm sorry.
I wanted to give love to Hangman Adam Page because I think his heel work was great on this show. Loved him interaction with the Young Bucks. Really enjoyed the Jeff Jarrett match way more than I thought it would, and probably it's Jeff Jarrett's best AEW match for sure since coming to the company. But yeah, it's MJF. That heel turn was fantastic. So he is my MVP as well. Unanimous. Your LVP, Jimmy.
I'm gonna go with Daniel Garcia. Got your ass kicked, number 1. You fucking swore on your mother's life. Come on, man. And then you lose. That's fucking egregious. LVP.
I'm going to go co-LVP for Daniel Garcia and Chris Jericho. Yeah. Like I said, this show would have been the most focused of like top card, like setting up All In, setting the road for All In, and the one match that I'm not looking forward to All In that was teased on the show is Hook versus Jericho. So Jericho. Even though he did help out the commentary team by getting rid of Taz for the night. What was your match of the night?
While I feel like Dragon and Pac was the best match of the night, my favorite match of the night was Willow and Statlander. I'm sorry. The styles mesh really well together. And it feels very like a very pretty version of a very pretty version of Brock and Goldberg. It's just motherfuckers just doing shit. Just throwing shit. I'm here for it.
I'm going to go match of the night. I want to show love to Ospreay and Garcia. I thought it was a great main event, but the best match, in my opinion, was Bryan Danielson and Pac. They just worked so well together for guys that haven't faced each other in the ring in 15 years. It was just so smooth. Two of the best in AEW going at it. Really enjoyed that one. So that's my match of the night. But we got LVP for Fantasy World was Chris Jericho. Annika agrees with Jimmy, saying LVP Garcia, bruh. And MJF spit on you, break the kayfabe, and break his butt. I mean, beat his butt.
Break his butt. All right, Diddy, take it easy.
Beat his butt. Beat his butt.
Oh, it's still kind of Diddy.
Alex Miles says, match of the night, Ospreay versus Garcia. Ace says Pac versus Bryan Danielson. And you know it's a good episode of Dynamite when you get that many answers. When you get that many different answers for a match of the night, that's usually one of the eight and above episodes of Dynamite when there's more than one match you can give match of the night to. We got Annika who goes Willow and Stat like Jimmy. We got Frantic World who says Chris Jericho versus Hook better be on the All In London 0 Hour or else I'm writing a letter to AEW and Chris.
What do we make of
Alex LVP to Billy Gunn?
The fuck? What did I say? Are you surprised by the all-in attendance numbers so far? I'm curious. Strangely curious.
I would think that the number will go up with matches being announced and teased for it now. I would think of last year. No,
that's probably not.
No, I would say 60,000. 60,000 should be their aim.
That'd be hella fucking impressive if you do 60,000.
Yeah. That means they would need 20,000 in the next 2 months. So they got July is looking like a big month for them. You know, next week we got the Owen Hart Cup finals. 2 weeks is the 250th episode, which Andrew Zarian has already teased is going to have a pay-per-view quality main event. That was his report earlier this week. And then
would you guess what it is? Do you want to guess what it is? I've already figured out. I've done the math in my head. I know what the main event is.
What is it?
Dragon and Hangman. Somehow
No, that's next week. Next week is that.
Oh, that's not 250?
No, that's not 250. That's next week. That's the Owen Hart Cup finals.
What's the 250? How many weeks out is that?
2 weeks.
Oh. Stop it.
I'm gonna guess Ricochet versus Ospreay.
First of all, that's a hell of a swing on your part. You have inside information because that's rather random, sir.
Hey.
I'll be quiet. Hey, you keep to yourself. And if so, I'm here for it. Fuck it. Fuck you holding back shit for? The war's over. Just fucking now's the time to stay afloat.
Yeah, for real. The negotiation window is closing in a couple of weeks. Just go in July and then announce the deal at the beginning of August on the road to All In.
That'd be a fun match. Yes, fucking put Becky on NXT. That's the equivalent, I suppose. Ospreay and Ricochet. If they do that fucking sequence, I swear I'm turning the TV off.
You know they will.
I fucking swear it. I fucking swear it. I fucking will not put up with this horse shit.
They gotta do it. You know all the fans.
No, nigga. Good wrestling should. Who cares what these fucking losers want? How about be good at your job? You finally got good at your job, Ospreay. Stop. Don't go backwards. Don't do this. Please don't do this.
All right, that brings us to a close on another edition of AEWramble. I want to thank y'all in the chat. You guys were amazing for all of this 2.5 hours. We've been talking about AEW Dynamite Breach Break, all the super chat donations. Greatly appreciated. Jimmy, thank you as always for joining me. Even when we argue, I still love you, brother. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
No, that's all right. I was going to say something, but nah. Hard pass.
Go to Jimmy's YouTube channel where I believe soon he will be dropping the first episodes that we watched of The Bears season 3, which a lot of fun watching that, as well as check out the Atlanta reaction and reviews that is up on his channel right now, and go over and subscribe if you haven't already. He's just about to hit 55,000 subscribers over there. But you can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TrueHillHeat, Patreon.com/TrueHillHeat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content, the True Hill Heat Prediction Championship, plus much, much more. I know I said that I would be announcing this interview that we're going to have on the channel, but we're not dropping it today. We're going to drop it next week. So stay locked here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, because I will be announcing it very soon before we drop the interview. But all I can say is it is a former WWE star. That's the only clue you'll get for now. But remember, if you're watching us on demand, drop the thumbs up, comment down below, give us your thoughts on AEW Dynamite this week. I will be back here live tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern time, with Fightful's Corey Brenner to preview NXT Heatwave. And of course, I will be back on Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time, with the True Hill Heat flagship podcast, talking all about AEW this week with Beach Break, as well as the MJF heel turn, Hangman's return, Britt and Mercedes. We also got a lot to talk about with Money in the Bank weekend and our final predictions. So stay locked here. Hit the bell to stay notified as always. So for Jimmy Macram, it is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 153. Restore the Healing. Shout outs to Romeo for that great title. Shout outs to Zena for the pictures as well. We will see you next Thursday on another edition of AEWramble. Until next time, later, y'all.